but we're doing a different genre today. Although I think this probably arguably falls under action RPG, which is kind of a genre I do play. I've played the heck out of the East games, although this is also party-based, so this might be more along the lines of, like, Secret of Mana, Trials of Mana, etc. But it seems to at least have its own, like, theme going on, which is loneliness and friendship, apparently. The Lonesome Guild. In a world consumed by loneliness, only friendship can save the day. Lead a quirky cast in this colorful single-player ARPG full of heart battles and bonds that change everything. Now, this is by Tiny Bull Studios. Tiny Bull Studios has a couple of releases under their belt, but each one is from, like, a completely different genre. And then they've got DLC for each one. So they've got, Omen Exitio, which is a... What did I read about this? Right, this is like a choose-your-own-adventure kind of thing. So it's probably almost closer to a visual novel type thing, because those do tend to have multiple paths and stuff. And then there was Blind, which apparently is a VR game. And I think this one didn't go over as well, but, like, also it's VR, so I don't know if that's more of a fraught dimension to be in with your with game releases in general. You know, easier to get wrong. I haven't looked into the reviews, but Omen at least went over reasonably well, it seems like. And the reason I even saw this is not because it was in Next Fest. I don't think this was in Next Fest, and the demo definitely predates that. But for some reason I saw someone playing this when he was going through Next Fest demos. Except, like I said, I'm pretty sure this wasn't in Next Fest, at least when I rechecked the press kit, which still exists. I couldn't find this in it. And when I look at their news section, there's really nothing specific to Next Fest, although... Actually, I have a bone to pick with the publisher, which might not be the developer's fault. But, like, so the last demo, or rather the last news post that had to do with the demo, was on May 28th, which was a week or two before Next Fest. Did they mention Next Fest in here? Nope. Nope, the first search result in the page for Next is actually, yeah, one of these, which... So, like, here's the thing. Here's a news post that's related to this game. You know, the game that I'm literally in the news section about. These other two posts are the fucking schmuck publisher bullshitting about other games that you might not give a shit about, because why am I in the news section for one game? And out of the three most recent news posts, two of them are not about this game. Like, that's just a scummy thing for the publisher to be doing, in my opinion. Hopefully it's something that was kind of laid out in whatever terms the developer agreed to when they sought out a publisher and agreed to get published under this publisher. But, yeah, this is published by Don't Nod. I'm not nodding. I am shaking my head along the other axis right now because I do not approve of the bullshit that Don't Nod is doing, clouding up the news page for this game with spam unrelated to this game. Don't do that, jerks. Anyway, let's read more about the game. It does say coming soon, so there's no set date or time frame for the release of this yet. And I believe the game does have a thing along the bottom in terms of it's a demo, things are probably not in their final form yet, etc. A tale of togetherness in a world apart. The Lonesome Guild is a single-player top-down action RPG all about togetherness. Embark on a heroic adventure as Ghost, a spirit who wakes to find they hold no memories. Oh no, not again. Didn't Aero Machina have... Something else I played in Next Fest had the Amnesiac thing going on. And ironically, I can't remember which one, because it's like every event there's another Amnesiac plotline. The world has become shrouded by loneliness, and the mist just keeps spreading, corrupting everyone in its path. Now it's up to you to get the band back together, even if they're meeting for the first time. 6 misfits, 1 goal. The ragtag group of unlikely friends you'll recruit. Each will bring their own story, quirks, motives, and abilities. Switch seamlessly between the 6 of them during exploration and combat to navigate Etir, solve puzzles, and defeat enemies. I hope they tell me how to pronounce Etir, because I'm guessing I'm getting it wrong. Bond in battle. Relationships are the heart and soul of the Lonesome Guild. It's a party, literally. As your friendship grows, so does your power with new abilities and combos. A party can only be strong if each member is strong too. Unravel your new friends' stories and help them find peace. Unlock side quests, new abilities, and heartfelt chats by the campfire. Together we're unstoppable. So that's funny because, like, I see a little bit of everything here. Like, character affinities. Actually, I see a lot of Ys in here, because character affinities and campfire discussions are both things that happen in some of the later Ys games. And the later Ys games are also party-based. Fights to keep you on your toes. 3 difficulty levels, a roster of cool abilities, 1 very powerful ghost power. Test your might in intense battles where you can switch between characters whenever you fancy, and ambush enemies with clever combos. Yeah, so if you can switch characters whenever you want, I'm wondering... Yeah, it looks like there's some degree of party member AI. Which, of course, is a thing both in, like, the Mana series and also the Ys series. The problem I had when I tried to play Secret of Mana for the Super NES was the AI was dumb as rocks and would just get itself killed. So let's hope this is better than that and more like the Ys series where, like, maybe you can tell it, hey, maybe don't get killed right now, defend yourself. Hopefully we can find out. Where did I leave off here? Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. Switch between characters whenever you fancy and ambush enemies with clever combos. Build your dream team and fight your way through Etir. A world worth fighting for. Etir is full of charm and secrets, mystery and treasures to uncover. From unearthing old secrets in the ruins to gathering round campfires in the forest, there's always something new around the corner in the Lonesome Guild. Solve puzzles, explore vibrant landscapes, and find shiny things as you restore balance and hope to the world. Whole bunch of different aesthetics going on here. Including one, yeah, that one there is reminding me of something out of the beginning of Bo Path of the Teal Lotus, which is a game that I played the demo to and still have yet to play the full thing. The world might be lonely, but you don't have to be. And that's how the description ends. Let's see what the requirements look like. Okay, they do require a reasonably recent graphics card. The CPU requirement is fairly low. 40 gigs of available space, though. And 8 gigabytes of RAM, which 8 gigabytes of RAM is, like, I feel like that's the bare minimum for any PC within the last 10 plus years, so. Source, I am on a PC that I got in 2017, and it has 16. Let's check out the game, though. I realize once in a blue moon I'm losing frames for some reason, and I hope we won't have a problem with this game. I've only tested the menus so far. It does have a VSync option. I have it turned on, so that's why I'm hoping we'll be okay. We do have gamepad support in this. I forget if this is a game that, like, specifically encourages you with that one Steam dialogue that opens at the beginning. Because it only shows up once, I think. But I will be using gamepad for this. But a keyboard, both WASD and arrow keys work for the menus as well. Yeah, so, like, I think gamepad and keyboard are equivalent on the menus, which is good. What languages do we have? We have 4 European languages. Wait, 5? If you count English, there's the 5 primary European languages that I feel like I've seen in even, I feel like there's even games on some consoles that I've seen with basically that set of languages. Gameplay. The only thing in here is tutorials, which we want on, because I've never played this. We've got Master Music Sound Effects Cinematic. So there's a cinematic slider, which I can appreciate, because I've definitely seen some games that the cinematics are, like, very differently balanced than the rest of the audio. You also have a mono switch. There's no voice, and I'm wondering whether this will even have, like, voice acting whatsoever. Also, by the way, this title screen music is definitely reminding me of some mix of Ori and the Blind Forest and one particular track out of Tales of Symphonia. Those are the vibes I get from it. Partially because of the chord progressions, partially because of the instrumentation. So you've got... What are our options in here? Full screen, borderless, and window, and I'm on full screen right now. And that is actually a sub-menu, because it doesn't have arrows. You've got your resolution, you've got frame rate and VSync. If you start messing with frame rate, then VSync automatically turns off. I turned VSync on before. I'm hoping that that will be adequate to keep the resource intensiveness of the game in check. We've got shadow quality, low, medium, high. We've got depth of field on or off, so if we find that annoying, I can turn it off. Anti-aliasing, 2 options. Texture resolution, there's standard and half. Might as well keep it to standard then. Controls. So we've got keyboard and mouse, and we've got gamepad. Let's glance at keyboard and mouse. Oh, we've got 4 characters in the party at once. Okay, I was expecting 3. I thought I was seeing 3 in, like, the little videos in the store page and the trailers and stuff. Interact and talk, wait and follow, expand and collapse quest panel on F. Huh, okay. Wait, why is there nothing bound to mouse? That can't be right. There's nothing bound to mouse, unless they expect you to use the mouse to move. This might be a mouse to move game, rather than a keyboard to move game. Because, yeah, I'm seeing, like, dodge, run, base attack, and... Okay, here's the problem, though. No. I don't know, I'm very confused, because on the one hand, I'm seeing stuff on the left side of the keyboard and the number keys, and over here, I don't actually see movement keys at all in here. Why can't you rebind those? It's like, you're assuming that people play WASD and not ESDF. You're also assuming that people have a QWERTY keyboard specifically. Seems like something you should be able to rebind. And there's no mouse bindings. So, like, if you are expected to use the mouse for things, like pointing and clicking at stuff, how are you going to use the keyboard? You would need 3 hands. So I'm not sure how that works. We might have to experiment with that just to find out. Gamepad, okay, so gamepad you're going to be using analog to move, and I guess also to aim. Yeah, because the skills are on triggers. And there is only switch character on the D-pad, which you can... Okay, you can change whether it uses the D-pad or the right analog. I would probably prefer D-pad, though. Dodge or run is on B, interact and talk is on A, wait and follow is on X, expand collapse quest panels on Y, base attack is also on X. Doesn't that seem like a conflict of interests? I would assume that wait or follow is something you might also want to do while people are attacking. I don't know. Skills are on the triggers, support revive is on A, ghost power is on Y. So yeah, there's definitely some overloading going on here. I was assuming wait and follow would also be, like, applicable during battle, but that's what base attack would be applicable during. So let's see how the tutorials pan out. Accessibility menu. All it is vibration. I hope there's... I hope that either this game is already really damned accessible, or there's more stuff they're planning to add here, because it seems weird to have an accessibility menu that only has vibration in it, which I would honestly expect to be in the controls menu. That's usually where it ends up grouped. We'll leave it on for now, and see how strong the vibrations are. But let's start the timer, and start the game. Oh, what do we have here? You can also adjust difficulty after starting the game. Okay. Story mode is a more relaxed experience for those who mainly want to enjoy the story. Normal is a balanced blend of challenge and fun, how the game was meant to be played. And hard, which is for players to seek more than the usual challenge. It's nice that they actually say, like, yeah, this is the way we designed the game for primarily. Arcalarium. Lower Crinklewood. Our tale begins with a light in the sky, a lone shooting star sailing through the heavens of Atir. I guess I'm winging it for the pronunciation of where we are, because no one's gonna tell me. A world full of wondrous marvels and mysterious dangers. This was no ordinary celestial phenomenon, but an entity searching, desperate to find something it could not even name. It sailed over vast dark mountains, enrobed in deep swaths of ever-present snow. And above the dwellings of the hardscrabble folk who dared dwell in the shadows of such looming stone giants. On it sailed, towards a city as slick with new paint as it was with rain. dominated as much by authority as it was the shadows of its people's past. The light began to feel the stirrings of despair, but no matter where it went or what it saw, nothing seemed to be enough to fill the void within itself. Even the sky through which it traveled, full of beautiful stars and glittering galaxies, proved to be of no comfort to the lone comet. In desperation, the light felt itself calling out, seeking an answer, and finding nothing, only the silence of the heavens surrounding it. And in that moment, it knew the name of the ache within itself. I like that window on the right there. Oh wait, is that a window or a banner? Because there's one on the left, too. Loneliness. That was the word that came to it, as if floating up from a deep well. Tormented by the knowledge, the star dove down, out of the empty sky, seeking a cure for such an emotion. What the light desired was nothing alien or strange, but a simple wish for friends. Something longed for by many before it, and countless since. I can't help but think of, what was it, the whale and the bowl of petunias in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where the whale was just kind of figuring stuff out as it went along, but it was just falling from the sky, and I was like, oh, what's that look like? Oh, that large solid object I'm hurtling towards. I think I'll call it ground. Yes, ground. I wonder if ground will be my friend. Splat. And then the bowl of petunias just said, oh no, not again. And so, with the stars fall, the curtain rises on this tale of loneliness and friendship, desperation and love, despair and hope. Yeah, I'm assuming the people where the comet landed were kind of despairing. The nose is twitching. I could have sworn this is where that comet landed. Admittedly, it's been an excellent distraction from recent setbacks, but perhaps What's this? This is hilarious because the first thing I saw was, the way it was doing this, and I was just thinking, squirrel? Sparks! I thought this mist was a simple meteorological, yeah, I can say that word. Meteorological phenomenon, but just being near it gives me a feeling of anguish and dread. What on earth here is this? Whatever it is, it appears to be advancing rapidly. So I believe the best plan for me is to retreat more rapidly. Oh, well, that's us. Alright. Flee from the mysterious mist. What if I just go towards it? It doesn't hurt me, surprisingly. Okay, so, it's showing the D-pad on the left already, but I don't have anyone to switch to yet. Okay, and the Y button just expands or collapses that, so if you feel it's got too much text in your way. Okay, hold the run button. Oh no, it's all around me. Oh, what do I? Oh dear. I can't believe we're piloting C-3PO right now. Wait, what was that? I guess it's just wisps in the background right now. Okay, this is automatic. What was that noise? There was an attempt. So wait, you're telling me that the comet landing was a good thing, actually? Hello? Are you alright? Or, wait, what on earth here are you? Oh, whoops, I don't want to press B to skip. That's good that there's hold to skip that I accidentally just noticed. I don't know. It's all so blurry. I don't know where I am, or how I got here. Well, you are up and talking, so I suppose that's something. But You are translucent and quite peculiar. Are you perchance a ghost of some sort? I don't know. I don't remember anything before just now, except... Inside the mist, I felt so alone. It was horrible. Pain, fear... It hurt so badly, like I was being torn apart. Scattered in all directions. But then I heard something. A voice? Your voice? It sounded like it was coming from somewhere else. Somewhere less painful, so I followed it. This is a bit forward, but there was something that fell from the sky and struck this area a few weeks ago. I wonder if that might have been you? But I beg your pardon. I'm Da Vinci. Inventor, scientist, and I must thank you for clearing that mist. Possibly saving both our lives. I don't know if it would kill, but that feeling might be worse than death. But you're very welcome. I'm just glad I could help. The mist's closing in again. You need a name, but now's not the time for formalities. Can I just call you Ghost for now? Yes, that's okay. Clearly not my best work, but there's no time. Let's hurry. Oh, I didn't realize I need to be voicing this like Liam Neeson. Quickly, there's no time. Let's hurry. I don't think that really... That's not what he sounded like in the cutscene. Ghost joins the party. So here I thought Ghost was, like, gonna be the main character, not Da Vinci. Updated. The journey begins. Oh, yeah, because that's... is there stuff... Okay, we can still get to the options from here, so that's good. Actually, yeah, you're supposed to be able to, like, change the difficulty... Yep, there you go. You can change the difficulty. Obviously, that wasn't in the options menu from the main menu, because you hadn't picked a difficulty yet. I don't know if you can save in this demo. Hopefully, we're not going to have to find out. Let's find out what happens. Let's see how far we can get. Escape with Ghost to the hills. Run for the hills! Sorry. No, it's run to the hills, isn't it? It's run for your lives. That's what comes up next, and I'm definitely not doing that part. Oh no, if that block is in the way. Why, I should be strong enough to push it clear. Push. Okay, didn't have to even push a direction, just push. Is this gonna be like the Lost Vikings, where each character can do specific things? What? Wow, that's rude. Okay, so Ghost possesses you, and then you become all real shit and start beating the crap out of things. Ace Combat. In combat, Ghost joins your controlled character or the first available in your party. Okay, so Ghost kind of is the main character in that it's what you control other characters with. Press X to hit enemies. Those are really tiny, low-contrast button prompts, especially the X. Because blue on black. Press X to hit enemies with base attacks, dodge with B to gain temporary invulnerability and avoid damage. Okay, they tell you right off the bat, here's a way to get temporary invulnerability. You do have to use B and A to go back and forward, though. You can't use left and right. Press left or right trigger to use the controlled character's skills. Skills are stronger than base attacks, but they need to be charged by hitting enemies with base attacks. Alright. And we already have that. Get fucked. Oh. Alright, got him. They definitely have, like, wind-up, tells. Sparks, that was incredible. But what just happened? I don't know. It felt like we joined? Sorry, it was an accident. No need to apologize. We're quite the duo. 2 minds, 1 will. Clearly, that's what you should have named him. He's not Ghost, he's Will. Oh dear, the mist's right behind us. Let's move. Alright, I have a life bar now. Oh. Okay. And then he follows. This is where... Okay, that's where wait and follow comes into play. So it is distinct from combat. And we can also, like, control him directly. So left... Okay, so it is a 3-party system. It's just that Ghost is the 4th member. And, like, the left D-pad direction is always ghost. Yep, here we go. Okay, it can be a little hard to see their wind-up. Okay, they do, like, a blink right before they, Are they doing, like, a special charge-up attack, or do they always do the blinks? I think they always do the blinks. Yep, okay. I would have liked to have hit more than one with that. Oh, really? Okay, so by the time... If you see the shiny bit, it's already, like, you need to hit the button then. Otherwise, it's too late. Okay, I countered him before he got to attack, though. Alright, yeah, I'm assuming... It looks like there's a little bit off our life bar there. So I was kind of wondering whether you get that back between battles, because it seems like you go into battle mode, but not necessarily. Oh no, it looks like someone else is trapped out there. Can we help them? Oh, delightful. 2 more people, or a person and a thing. Did you have any plans to die today? Because it looks like that's what's about to happen. Don't give up quite yet, good sir. I really do need to give all these characters Brit accents, don't I? My companion and I may be able to alleviate the danger somewhat. Excuse me if that isn't exactly inspiring a rush of confidence and goodwill in my heart. I believe we will require some assistance, however, unless you find sitting and awaiting death preferable to aiding our endeavors. Alright, alright. Let's get ourselves out of this mess. Oh, okay. Mr. Fox joins the party. Not suspicious at all. Alright. Switching characters, right. Press the different D-pad directions. Press X to make the other characters wait in place instead of following it. Yeah, so this is what I just realized. Is as long as you're outside of combat. Combat is a mode, and as long as you're outside of combat, then X does follow or wait. And making them wait is useful for solving puzzles. Alright, okay. And then we need to do this. And we need to get him over here. So as long as I'm holding that, I don't even need to tell him to wait. I didn't pay attention to what that did. Oh, I see. Alright, so now... If I don't do that... Yeah, as long as they're in hold mode, it isn't an issue. I will note that there is fixed camera here. Wait, don't tell me Ghost is gonna pull a lever. Yeah, that's right. Okay, no. While he's pulling that one, we need to switch to this dude. That had lowered the thing up there to let him through, I imagine. And then now we can get in here. Also, Ghost apparently came back when I switched characters, interestingly enough. That might be because... Is that because of follow mode? That is because of follow mode. You can actually also tell Ghost whether to follow or wait. I'm not sure why that would matter, because Ghost doesn't have a life bar, but... Maybe there will eventually be things Ghost can do. And now we need to go back to this guy. And now... what? Now... wait, now we have a problem. Wait. Oh, do I not have to be holding that? Hang on. I assumed I had to be holding them. Oh, that one goes back. Okay, the ones on the bottom side... I see, those are yellow. And so when you release those, they go back. You can see that on the bottom now. These ones are green, and they stay pressed. This one is yellow, so we're gonna have to hold it. Is there any other indication besides color? Because I feel like it would be nice if there was an indication besides color. So that's something that the accessibility options menu could benefit from, is colorblind options. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, it seems like it's automatically releasing the other one and they're going into a cinematic. I never liked this forest much, but that awful mist is something new. Indeed, these woods are certainly full of peril, especially with that miasma. Yet maybe that cooperation is the key to our survival. Yeah. I'm not wild at the thought... Okay, maybe this guy's actually a New Yorker. Yeah. I'm not wild at the thought of company, but you got a point, and I guess I owe you. Oh, I wouldn't dare to imagine it on such grim transactional terms. He's definitely in the fucking Wall Street, bro. I am simply proposing an alliance to see us safely through this wood. What if we are to be companions? I am Da Vinci, inventor, mechanic, and astronomer. And this is my new friend Ghost. Huh. I'll admit I wasn't paying much attention back there. With our lives in danger. But you're a strange kind of thing, aren't you? Excuse me. I'm not a thing. I don't know what I am exactly, but please don't call me that. Fair enough. Sorry about that. You can call me Mr. Fox. That should do well enough for our purposes. Even though you helped me out of that situation. I know the Crinklewood well, and you seem like you could use a guide. That would be marvelous. But what brought you here to begin with, if I may ask? Not that it wouldn't be fun to chat about our lives, but we're not exactly out of harm's way here. He was gonna eat somebody. He was gonna eat you, Da Vinci. Oh, Gears, you're quite right. Let us hurry and be on our way, then. Oh, yeah, do they have, like, different movement speeds? Okay, he can kind of book it. Movement speed seems pretty similar. Oh, now they both gotta do this? Okay, hang on. Yeah, so as soon as you line up enough characters, they can just do it. Are we gonna have a tutorial about party? Nope. Oh, he's got a ranged attack, dude. Okay. Oh. I'm pressing the wrong button. Why is left... Oh, I'm not filled up. There's a line indicating how full I am, and I was not full. Joining up with Ghosts is amazing, isn't it? Sure, but keep them out of my thoughts. Kind of wonder if we'll be able to come back here at some point and there won't be miasma, because it seems like there could be stuff off to the sides. That just looks like a cliff anyway. That's a lot of dudes. Yeah, so apparently... What's-his-face is just, Did it just spawn in another one, dude? They do kind of commit to their direction ahead of time, huh? There's also a little bit of screen shake when you use your special. I could use an accessibility option. Why do you have screen shake in your game and an accessibility menu that only has vibration in it? You've prioritized the wrong kind of vibration in the accessibility menu. Screen vibration is a little more concerning to me. Who are these people attacking us, and why? They call themselves exiles. And I didn't get a chance to read that. Accessibility option. Control timing of messages that go away by themselves that I can't get back to. Because there's no, like, log for it anywhere. That would be the other option, is have a log, the way that East games do for messages like that. Well, modern East games, anyway. I am wondering if they're planning on having voice acting, though, because, like, that would make those side conversations make a lot more sense. Because that's the sort of things you normally would have voiced. So that even if you're not paying attention to it, you can still listen. Ah, it seems this area is blessedly free from that awful mist. I believe we should be safe. At least for now. What a charming little spot. Just the place to recover after a battle and have a chat with one's companions. An old fox tray rest spot. Need for any wandering folk to have a safe place to put their feet up for a while. They're pretty much all over it's there. How thoughtful. I, for one, could honestly use a break. Do you think it's safe to have a bit of a sit-down for a while, Mr. Fox? Yeah, I don't see why not. You on board, Wisp? Betting you don't really need things like rest, but us mortal suckers aren't so lucky. Sure, I'm happy to take a break whenever you need. I'll keep an eye out for more spots like this. Visit the rest spots to access the campsite where your progress is saved and characters' health is restored. Characters with an apostrophe after the S. Correct. Good job. I have to point that out because so many games I play end up with grammar issues in their demos. At the campsite, you can also engage in dialogue with your companions as an opportunity to strengthen your relationship with them. As your adventure unfolds, new features will unlock at rest spots, making them essential stops in your journey. So there are also save points. So maybe the demo does let me save? I don't know. Rest menu. Talk and leave. Maybe we still can't save in the demo. About joining. My goodness. I can still feel myself tingling from that joining before the fight. Truly a remarkable experience. It's interesting. Nice to be faster, hit harder, all that, but I'm not a big fan of feeling like there's a passenger in my head. I promise I'll never read your thoughts or anything. I don't even think I can. Being joined for me is more feeling impulses and echoing them. Dear me. I'm sorry not to have asked earlier, but how are you, Ghost? You seemed a little overwhelmed after that first battle. It was a lot, or I can handle it. Let's go with it was a lot, given that Ghost doesn't remember anything. I'm still a little shaken, but not in a bad way. It was just really strange to suddenly move in a real body. And in the middle of a fight. Dear me, I can understand how that would be quite stressful. You handled it, but still you handled it quite well. Unfortunately, between the mist and those exiles roaming around, we need to use every advantage we've got, including that power of yours, Wisp. Right, I'll do my best. I hope that'll work. Of course it will, Ghost. Why, with your skills, my wits, and Mr. Fox's swiftness, I'm certain we'll be unbeatable. Easy, Bun. All confidence is helpful. Too much and we'll end up in way more trouble than we need to. Let's keep our eyes open. Your decisions impact the relationship between Ghost and companions, earning relationship points for their characters involved. Different choices can speed up certain relationships. It's nice how they talk about speeding up, because, like, the first thing you're going to wonder is this like a Persona game where you can permanently miss out on maxing out a relationship, at least until New Game Plus. I don't know if this game has a New Game Plus. The strength of a companion's relationship with Ghost is reflected by a relationship rank. You can see a character's relationship stats navigating to the relationship tree in the adventure menu. I wonder if there's some, like, either-or where, like, one answer accelerates one versus one answer accelerates the other, so it's also a matter of performing calculus and figuring out, you know, what you want to prioritize and how to get it. Once a character earns enough RP, you can level up their relationship rank by accessing any rest spot and talking with Ghost. Okay, but we can only leave. Vinci, I was thinking that I still have no idea of who I am. And it's, you know, uncomfortable. Oh my goodness, you're so right, I totally forgot. I've got to find out who you are. Let me think. This is a crisis. Not only must we find your lost identity, but that terrible mist is swiftly spreading through the forest. Someone must know how to stop it. And who do you think will be able to help you there, Bun? You're not exactly in a metropolis here. No big centers of learning around. I actually don't know that many people. Let me think. Noah Lazark. Last I heard, he was headed to Alcalarium. He must be there now. He's the wisest person in the world. He's got to know what to do. Hold it. You want to go see the Herald? That means you'd have to go through the whole bloody oh, damn it. He isn't a New Yorker. He's a Brit, too. Hold it. You want to go see the Herald? That means you'd have to go through the whole bloody forest. It's not the only way. There's a way, Trommel Porter. A tunnel built with great skill by a friend of mine that leads straight to Alcalarium. I know that tunnel, Bun, but the one running it ain't exactly welcoming to visitors. I beg your pardon, but I'm certain my friend will give us safe passage. We will be in Alcalarium in no time. I'm not finding Noelis or his batty religion, but at least Alcalarium is a way better place to be than here. Alright, Bun, we'll try your idea. Very well. Before you know it, we'll be strutting along in safety on our way to the lovely town of Alkalarium. I hope no one else can help with the mist. And with me if he has time. Why, I'm certain the herald will be delighted to meet you. How could he not be? Let's shake out our wings and get going. Your wings? Wait, read? What? There's a map. In one specific spot, so I assume we're down at the bottom left right now. Aren't we gonna want to explore the whole thing anyway, though? Find the fortified tunnel. I guess that's what's to the left up there. I don't know what's just to the right of it. Well, actually, hang on a sec. I'm gonna assume it's the thing up at the top near the center, on the left of that little fork there, and not the big thing on the left behind a mountain where there's no path. Promo Porta. That's what we're looking for. Is there more stuff I can interact with? Yes, literally says interact. Founder Fest Feast. Do I have, like, an items list somewhere? Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you press the menu button, it gives you the main menu. If you press the back button, it gives you this menu. And this is more what I was looking for. So we've got heroes, we've got relationship. You can spend skill points to unlock new upgrades. Upgrades can require different amounts of SP. Part of the trees are locked. You will need to deepen the bond with your companions in order to unlock them. Alright, I said I was going to be a stickler about grammar. The comma after locked is probably better off being a semicolon. The second comma shouldn't exist. Story progression quests and rest spot talkings. Talkings? Conversations? Talkings. Excuse me. What? You're making up words now. And also no Oxford comma. Strengthen the bond between ghosts and the characters by earning relationship points. RP. Look out every time your companions want to talk with you. Okay. Do I have any SP? Probably not. Okay, yeah, we can use the bumpers to switch between them. Oh, and their main left trigger skill is right here. Interesting that Fox's skill is magical. I would have assumed it was also physical. What kinds of stuff can we get? Critical chance, efficiency. Oh, efficiency sounds nice. Perfected shot increases damage by 10% for the main skill. Saber soot slashes the foes with a smoke cutlass, dealing damage. Okay, so eventually, I guess you're gonna have to pick which skills you have equipped, because you can get more than 2. Alright, what does your stuff look like? Your stuff is actually... Can he just access all of them at once, whereas this one requires, like, learning these things first? Because this just looks like extra branches without a node, so it probably is just all accessible at once. And they're all... Oh, the additional skills actually cost more. Okay. Tornador. It's a gust of wind dealing damage to all enemies inside. Oh, that could be useful. Flight of the Bundy. Charged skill. Released to fly through enemies dealing damage. Are any of these charged skills? Burns the ground. Burn to the ground! Burn to the ground! No, please no. Inventory is what I was actually looking for, because what is this? Here's a slight amount of HP to all party. Is that a numeric, like a static number slight amount, or is that a percentage slight amount? I would like slightly more specifics, not to get all Alex Trebek on you or anything. But it's like you're gonna have to find out the hard way by, like, looking at that more than once. Wait, hang on a sec. I actually have to hit left to get to that menu. Like, by default, you're focused on the party. Okay, so you can change their order. And I assume eventually there's going to be more than the 3 spaces there are there. Hey, Mike. I did it again. I'm so used to, like, in old Final Fantasy games where there is a party menu option, and then that focuses the party, But in this, the party is just immediately focused. There's also 2 locks next to Ghost. I don't know what those mean. Yeah, so not only do you have to press left to get over here, you have to go down from Ghost and then press left to get to the stuff that you're more likely to use more often, I would think. Unless party swapping becomes, like, extremely commonplace. Okay. Oh, what's that guy in the middle? Got a bigger bucket hat. Oh, can I just gang up on them? Yeah, so that's a problem, is, like, you gotta watch out what your allies are doing when you switch to them, otherwise you're just gonna get hit. Oh, I didn't realize there was a charge thing going on. I don't know how that missed me, but thanks. That does knock them over for a bit. He has to adjust his hat? That's great. Oh, okay. I didn't know he had not committed to that direction yet. Okay, here's a question. If I stay here, does it reset my health? I probably have to kill the enemies again. Yep, that resets my health. Okay. Do I have to fight them again? Apparently not. That does make me wonder how progression is going to work in this game and, like, whether farming is a thing or not. Because, like... That's the wrong button. So these guys have levels, so, like... You would think farming should be an option. That's a... Oh, is that actually... I was going to say that looks, like, bluish, but it's cyan-ish or green. It might just be the green ones that stay pulled. I'm doing alright today, Mike. I'm doing better today than yesterday, for sure. Because yesterday I was still kind of reeling from not an ideal amount of sleep. But today I'm definitely a bit better. I hope you're doing well, too. Looks like the exiles are starting to take our intrusion into their territory more than a little personally. Oh, no. I just realized that I was trending towards, towards sounding like, what the hell's the guy's name on MASH? The pompous one who replaced, Frank? I'm totally blanking on the dude's name right now. The guy who listens to classical music and thinks way too highly of himself. What do we do? We can't turn back, can we? Now that they've noticed us, not an option. Just try not to get stabbed, alright? Focus and watch out for their tails, just like before. Oh, jeez. I think you mentioned you were sick. Although I may be getting confused because I keep hearing more people about being sick. Which, like... That seems to be life for a lot of people post-2020. Not exactly nuanced advice, but I shall of course do my best. But of course, I imagine... the type of sick you're going through is probably a little bit different. That's a lot of enemies at once. Oh, now they're telling us something. Non-controlled allies occasionally signal for Ghost's help with a bright indicator. Switch them to trigger the Emblaze state, a temporary condition that empowers the character. Oh, interesting. Emblaze boosts the ally's stats for a few seconds. Use it to deal more damage and seize the opportunity when it arises. So here's the problem. I took damage immediately because they were already queuing up attacks. Okay, he's doing a... Did he just do the range thing? He just did the range thing. Okay. Oh, what? He attacked the other direction and I still took damage. Excuse me, what? So here's the problem. My other character... Okay, you can see... Okay, he's gone. And he's running away. Okay, so it tells you when it's over. I didn't see who was winding up on that. I don't know, I'm having more trouble than I think I should be having picking up, like, the warning signs that they're about to attack. Oh, it was a pizza, jeez. Oh, yeah, now you're dealing with the aftermath, basically. Jeez. Okay, we have 2 ways to go here. Is this an NPC? It's an NPC.
What's this? Such a strange set. A bum far from the sky, a fox tray with ice in his eyes, and beside him a unique wisp. I am Baba Siu, huntress of knowledge, explorer of language. Adventure is my pleasure, and a treat it is to meet you, yes.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right.
My goodness, the famed scholar and adventuress. I am Da Vinci, scientist, tinkerer, and so on. And these are my companions, Mr. Fox and Ghost. We are headed to Algalarium to see Noella's Ark. I'm hoping can help with that horrible mist stuff. And tell me who I am. A dangerous force and a hidden history, 2 compelling mysteries.
Are you always rhyming?
But of the mist I can tell you this, it is concentrated loneliness.
He is always rhyming.
Dear me, loneliness. All the more reason to stop it from hurting anyone. But how did an emotion become, well, a deadly miasma? Of this I fear I have no knowledge to share. I do not have a clue. But Noella's may indeed help you. Here and there he knows much.
And what brings you out here to the middle of the Crinklewood, Baba? This seems like an old place for anyone to visit, even you.
Indeed, the exiles seem in a foul mood. I refused their escort, and the retort was quite crude. Wreck my transport.
Oh, and transport also rhymed with retort. Yeah, it's like I'm not even, like, metering these correctly. Layoffs over at Microsoft? Oh, are they doing layoffs too? I just know that they were requiring a bunch of their employees to use AI, which is basically forcing their employees to do shitty work. Like, yeah, don't be surprised if Windows 11... Honestly, Windows 11 is already garbage, but don't be surprised if it's more garbage a couple of years from now. Their developers on .NET have already been taking the piss. There have been a couple of pull requests that were Copilot generated in that repo, and the internet definitely took notice. It is like, why are you guys allowing this kind of bullshit for mission-critical systems?
But they were not too proud to disallow passage to my primary goal, Gallian Castle. It may be a ruin, but the ancient works in the library are quite lavish. Alas, that I can't grant you safe passage. But if you too seek knowledge, perhaps we shall meet elsewhere. Yes, yes. Up to the castle I must go, and if you could, Bumblebon, Foxtray, Whisperbear, beware the wood and the mist, the loneliness, and take care.
And she's gone. Alright, should I assume that that's actually the direction to go, and over here is a further detour? Interesting that there's, like, an unlocked gate there. Oh no, it's 4 of them again. Is it more than 4 of them? Nailed them. They're all fucking dead. Holy shit. So that's why you benefit from listening to the audio cues. Now here's the problem. Currently I can use the audio cue to conclude, oh, I should switch to whichever character I am not right now. When there's 3 characters, I'm gonna have a problem. I think there might have also been an icon on the left side of the screen where your character switch icons are to tell you, like, which one was calling for you, so hopefully that'll help too. Cancel game studios shutting down. People leaving Rare. Honestly, people probably should have left Rare a long-ass time ago. Unless those already did. I mean, it's really sad, though, because, you know, Rare is, by now, a shadow of its former self. I was just watching someone play a Banjo-Kazooie mod last night for a bit. I should maybe try a couple of those mods, because I like Banjo-Kazooie, and it seems like there are a couple of well-known and well-regarded mods for it that give it entirely new levels with, like, references to other N64 games and stuff. Defeat enemies and complete quests to gain experience points and level up your characters. Characters earn equal XP regardless of participation in battle. Okay, that's good to know up front. Oh, jeez. So this is funny because I only even heard mumblings of a new Perfect Dark game, like, this week or last week or something. I was like, oh, there's gonna be a new Perfect Dark game? I didn't even freaking know that. And now it's canceled. Not that I would have been getting my hopes up anyway, because unless it came to PC, I wouldn't be playing it anyway. Leveling up boosts the character stats and gives 1 skill point. Okay, so it's 1 skill point. Wait. So what were RP used for then? Because if RP don't translate to skill points... I need to go read the other tutorial again. I don't know if I can do that. You can spend skill points in the relationship... Oh, no, but it is the relationship tree that you can find in the main menu. Alright, hang on. Did he just gain a level? Is that why I'm here? No. Why am I in this sub-menu already? Does it, like, remember where I was or something? No? I don't know why it put me there automatically. Okay, so he's level 2. He's still level 1. So this is the relationship tree. Yeah, so... Well, it put me in the correct sub-menu, given that I did gain a level on one character, but it had the wrong character focus, and I don't know if that's because of who I was in control of? It might be because of who I was in control of, actually. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know why it jumped me to that menu in particular. I can't do anything... Oh, I can't do anything in terms of the skills. I could do one of these. Training, strength +3, and increased damage to the last combo base attack. Increases... wrench hammer damage, which is this existing skill, and health up. Oh, you have to hold the button. There's no sound effect to go along with that, so at first I tapped the button and it didn't do anything, and I didn't realize anything. It might be good to have some kind of cue for that, if one can be devised. I don't think I can reread tutorial messages anywhere, can I? Can I? There's just the tutorials on off here. But yes, now I'm a little confused what relationship points are versus skill points. We've got EXP. Oh, wait, it's up there. Oh, right, okay, relationship points specifically unlock more of the tree. Okay. So relationship points... So it's interesting, it's like the mana line, or whatever the heck it was called in East 10, where you have to collect enough of the things to unlock the next branch. Or not the next branch, but the next tier. But that's separate from the actual, like, points that you unlock. Hey, Kamikaze. Blood Thief. I'll have to look that one up. We'll just... I popped the demo off of the stack today. We'll just add another demo onto the end of the stack. Sure, why not? I did play the Horde Lord demo a couple of weekends back, and I was impressed at how deep it went, because it actually has, like, eventually, like, progressively expanding arenas, like Conquer for Quake. And I had missed the Gravelord demo for some reason. I need to go get Gravelord. Because if you get Gravelord during early access, you get Horde Lord free. Otherwise, they're expecting to probably charge, like, a single-digit amount of money for Horde Lords separately. They didn't want people to have to get both if they didn't want both. I honestly still think that's kind of a silly argument. Like, why wouldn't you want both? And you're probably, if you do want both, you're probably spending way more disk space on it to install the same assets twice. Are you doing a thing? You're doing a thing. And he just got frickin' bowled over by it. I think that missed. Oh, get out of there. They're both doing the thing. I think they can hit multiple characters at once, too, just like I can. He's doing the thing. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna get... Yep. I don't know if I can avoid them taking damage from that. Oh, also, it's telling me to switch characters. I'm still trying to get the hang of this and trying to get the hang of, like, seeing the indicators when they're about to hit with an attack. I thought I saw something about the dev behind Prot doing something. And I'm not... Isn't it a horror game or something? So I'm probably not going to be into it, but... Red knitted mitts. That's the wrong menu. Who do I want to give that to? Oh, I see. You can actually equip the skills here. I don't know what kind of slots or what. Okay, those are all skills. Why are there 2 extra slots here below the equipped ones? Hopefully they'll explain that at some point. Slightly raises strength. Who do I want to do that with? Probably with him, because he's probably already the heavy hitter. No, actually, his strength is higher. That goes 10 to 12. Either way, it goes up by 2. Perhaps better suited to taking pies from the oven than combat. I mean, if you're taking the pie from the oven without approval, those are still fighting words. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it has the same style. Switch. And I think this is a permanent switch. Yeah, okay. And we're back here, actually. We just went in a circle. Look at the map again. Oh, okay, so we just made that loop. There should be one more way to go around here. It's not necessarily a bad idea that they're, like, allowing us to complete a short loop first and come back and double-check the map. I kind of wish we could just take the map with us. Handcrafted trinket. I'm going to keep pressing the wrong button. What does it do? Eh? Oh, it's a consumable. That's what the icon means. Gives RP to a specific character. Oh, so it's like a gift. Heirlooms from a distant past, at least for most on a tier. Ideal for those who recall that time. Oh, does it give it to us? I can only give it to Mr. Fox. It doesn't let me assign it to someone else, so it might actually be character specific. Because I cannot change who it assigns to. Does it actually... It doesn't show RP anywhere, does it? You have to dig into the relationship tree for that, I think. Which, still, by far, the most annoying thing about this menu is that... Like, I went in here, I backed out. Okay, then I am right there. I thought I was stuck up here again or something for some reason. So I actually wanted to go here. Yeah, so now he's got 3. I don't remember how many he had before. Also, wait. So this is the... Is this the camp again? Could be. Yeah, okay. I didn't need to rest again. Really. Although that's supposed to save, too, so... So maybe we should check that loop around there. Actually, what I should have paid attention to on the map was if there was anything else in the way of save... Oh, we can't go that way. Okay. I guess at this point we are going this way, then.
Vinci, do you really think Noel's art can help me?
Of course, I can't think of a wiser being... Well, don't get to finish that conversation. This has the same problem as East 10. Oh, you have to be pointing in the right direction. Okay. It doesn't auto-target. I was thinking it auto-targeted somebody. Yeah, he was almost dead. And now they're dead. Okay, I don't know if there was supposed to be more to that conversation or not. It just ended there. Oh, there is another save point right here. And another map. Are you telling me I'm all the way up there now? Yeah, that does make sense. Okay, this place is a little smaller than I thought it was. Oh, we have more talking to do. An unexpected adventure and weighty topics.
Try my ears, but it's been quite the exciting journey so far, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, not only have we been fleeing for our lives from a terrifying and mysterious miasma, but also people who want to kill us. What a party.
Well, it's not all been bad. I've got to make both of your acquaintances, and also met a famous scholar and adventurer.
Our new pal doesn't have a lot of context getting in the way of their assessment. So what do you think, Wisp? How do you feel about the trip so far?
It's been exciting, or I'm pretty wary. So yeah, this is very obviously, are you buddying up to Da Vinci or Mr. Fox? And right now, Mr. Fox has more RP, so I'm gonna go it's been exciting.
It's been so exciting. I mean, I still get worried when we're fighting, but there's so much to see. And I can't wait to meet new people. An exemplary attitude, Ghost. Why, if only more people approached the world with such wonder, I dare say it would be a better place.
Definitely a more exasperating one, at least. Spirits save me from too many naive optimists.
Say what you like, Mr. Fox, sir, but as a scientist, I find being prepared for wonder and surprise the optimal way to live. Regardless of the past, we have a bright future ahead of us. Soon we shall behold the bright banners and joyful citizens of Alkalarium.
So you keep saying. Me, I'll believe we can go through this tunnel fort when we set foot on the other side, and no sooner.
Weighty topics.
Da Vinci, thanks again for taking me to see Noella's Ark. But what are you going to do after we see him? Well, hopefully I'll have the opportunity to spend time with my good friend Ron, and acquire some supplies for my project.
Just one project? I would have thought you had at least 15 going on all at once. You did introduce yourself as an inventor.
Why, of course I do, but admittedly, one does stand above the others, a flying machine.
I was gonna ask about that, actually. All the bumblebuns I've met have had big fluffy wings. Guessing that isn't you.
Unfortunately, no. I was born with, less than optimal wings, shall we say. But the flying machine I'm making is far more grand. I plan to soar high into the air and reach my beloved home of Altostratus, glorious city in the sky. Sparks, the moment my invention is ready, you and I shall embark upon a voyage unlike any other. I'd be so happy to visit your hometown, Da Vinci.
Yeah, I think I'll sit this one out. Flying's never really been my thing, Bon. But hey, send me a postcard.
Okay. What I would like to do is go back down south, if at all possible. Hang on. Is this something I haven't pressed? Apparently. Oh, okay. I mean, all that does is go around here, but okay.
You know, you're the first fox stray I've met. How old are you?
That seems rude.
Even if we live longer, still rude to ask someone's age.
Okay, some of the conversations really are that short, then. Oh boy, that's a lot of you. Oh, he's fucking dead, okay. Oh, that didn't get that guy? I definitely, like, I don't know. I feel like it's... Oh, he just got knocked over. How are you not dead? Ow. Like, there's very obvious signs of when they're gonna attack, and yet for some reason I'm just not getting it. Something about the contrast or just the relatively short timing or something is preventing me from dodging more than half the time. What are we doing now? I was pressing that as if I could, like, look at the map, but I can't look at the map. Can I only do that one from the other side? Yes. We back at the first campsite now? I think so. Yep. Trying to make sense of this now. I kind of disagree with the way this game is paced. Because it's like, rather than just being able to consult the map at any time, like an East game would do, you have to go back and look at the map constantly. Yeah, so how am I going to get down there? Do I have to go around from the... Oh, wait. Is there anywhere to go from here? There is somewhere to go from... Okay, that was kind of blocked by the shrubbery there, the tree. And what do we have here? Celestalia X1. That is a flower of some sort. I am still pushing the wrong button. Permanently raises magic. A radiant star-shaped flower. This plant seems almost supernatural, petals fluttering in breezes that no one can feel. I guess for the time being, that would make sense to put on Mr. Fox. Yeah, somehow I ended up there again, even though I wanted to be on the left. I ended up on the top where I can't go to the left. Like, please. Just make the menu interactions more clear-cut. I'm begging you. That's physical, that's magical, that's physical, that's magical, that's physical, that's magical. They're all gonna have a combination of things. But for now, right now Fox's existing skill is magical, so it probably makes sense to give this to Mr. Fox. Okay, and it actually tells you how it's going to raise it. So that's good. If I go into... Let's give it to him for now. And then let's go over to Heroes and look at this. Okay, yeah, so the 5 things that are outlined on the right side here were the 5 things we saw across. Strength, defense, magic, magic defense, which is the magic symbol inside of a shield icon. Makes enough sense. Defense is the strength icon inside of a shield icon. And critical chance. Hey, won't be low. No, it's an action RPG. It's a little bit like, I don't know. I don't know whether to compare it more to like modern East titles or Mana titles or what exactly. It's probably close. I mean, at least in terms of like menu interactions and stuff. Might be a little closer to East titles. Alright, and there was a thing up here, so... There's that. We need to get both of them to push it. And then there's stuff. Another handcrafted... Wait, is that another one? I'm still pressing the wrong button for that. Like, why did you make the system menu the main menu button rather than, you know, the character menu, which you're going to use much more often? So, yeah, again, they're telling me to give this to Mr. Fox, so I guess we're going to keep buttering up to the Da Vinci in conversations because we keep giving Mr. Fox the other things. I don't know if Mr. Fox got any relationship points out of one of those 2 conversations, but one way or the other... oh, also Mr. Fox leveled up. I didn't notice that Mr. Fox leveled up. What are we interested... I'm interested in Saber Soot, honestly. Although I also like efficiency. I could kind of go either way with this. Right, you gotta hold the button, and there's no sound cue for it right now. They add a sound cue so that you can tell it, like, yes, you pressed it, but you need to hold it, because I keep forgetting. Oh, it actually said +3 relationship points on the right. Guessing we're not getting through this on this side. Some frame drops on my end there, like I'm seeing it in the game. It's having trouble rendering this much. Is there no lever in this? Wait, no, am I running up into the lever? What, no? Yes, I am. It's hard to see because the lever is the same exact color as the frame. And it's, like, right next to it. Why can't I... Is this this is the one I already pulled. That's why I can't, because I already pulled it. I just ended up back here. In which case, I can check my spot on the map. There's a whole other section to the right. Was I not able to go into there, or can I? Wait, did I pull this? I did not pull this. Right, we had hit the locked door before, and meanwhile we gotta find 2 switches to navigate that. I had attempted to buffer my run button, but it clearly didn't actually take. Alright, Mike, hope you feel better. Yeah, I can't do anything over here right now. I like that they do the whole, like, silhouette treatment when you're inside of something. Alright, where else haven't we been? To the left over here, possibly? Oh, or we could push this. Quests. In your travels, you'll encounter residents seeking aid marked by an icon above their heads. Approach them and press A to hear what they need. Fulfilling their requests will always earn you key resources such as experience points and relationship points, along with the possibility of receiving special items as additional rewards. You can look up all the quests, including their objectives and rewards, by accessing the quests page in the main menu. I see. There is a quest marker on this person right here. Oh, what is this? Hello? I'm stuck. Da Vinci was in the way. Okay, yeah, they have signs constantly pointing us to where we're supposed to be going right now. I wanted to double check over here to see if there was anything I hadn't done. Like, did I go over here? No, I didn't. Okay, that's another healing item. Necklace of the Deeps. Wrong button again. Slightly raises magic. Alright, we're giving that to you. Oh, it'll list other things even if other people are equipping. Will it actually let you hork it? I guess so. Also, for some reason, my focus ended up here again instead of down here where it was. Yeah, that seems like a blatant lack of attention to detail. Why is my focus resetting instead of restoring to the position I literally just populated? That seems like a very blatant oversight. Again, this demo is supposedly, you know, relatively early in development. So it's definitely possible that they will fix things, but I gotta call them out in the event that they actually see the playthrough and get the report that way. Or if I remember it, I could maybe actually post it on their Steam forum. Alright, hang on, I'm kind of confused because it looks like there's another thing down here. But that might not go anywhere? Oh, this is where the double door is. Okay. Which has a chest in it, so I need to find that other switch. Alright, let's see what you want.
Friends. You are friends, yes? Surely you can help a poor, unfortunate merchant who had to toss aside their goods when waylaid by most awful bandits. I cannot confront these exiles myself and demand my goods be returned. But if you are brave and kind, could you recover them and bring them back to me? I would hate for you to have to go home empty-handed. We'll see what we can do.
Alright, he said kinda too many times, though, so it's like you're expecting me to do this for free. It did say press the menu button to go to the menu. And here's a tutorial about it. I'm glad it still brought me here, even though I was too late. Although, on the other hand, that could be both a good thing and a bad thing. So that's probably why I ended up surprisingly at the other characters menu immediately, when I didn't expect it. In the quest menu, press A to track or untrack a quest. Only one quest can be tracked at a time. The tracked quest will be visible during exploration, helping you stay on course and complete objectives efficiently. So... Alright, so if we want to track that... Wait, why does that say 0 out of 65? Does that actually mean there's 65 secondary quests? That seems like an odd thing to tell you right off the bat. Lost goods is capitalized. Wait, can I actually go over here? No, I didn't think so. So this I have to hold down. Wait. Huh? First of all, he came back. Second of all, he didn't have to keep holding that one down to open this door. So is that one now... Wait. I thought the deal was yellow ones don't stay held. But I guess after you get all of them, they do. So it's basically just a party number check? Like, I don't know. That seems kind of superficial. Complex mechanism, but that's a... Wrong button. But that's a consumable. Oh, this is going to be for Da Vinci specifically. Okay. One thing I will say that I like about East games that this doesn't do is when you switch characters, it doesn't warp the character to your position. Now, granted, that can be used to kind of cheese things a little bit. Like, to yank a character out of harm's way, but it sure as hell beats switching to that character and immediately taking damage, which has already happened to me at least twice. Why is the music stopping? I don't trust you. Uh-oh. The music stayed stopped, too. I killed the music. Oh, there it is. Is that actually where we're supposed... That's probably where we're supposed to be going. I would kind of like to figure out everything else first. If at all possible. Did I not go up here? I didn't go up here because I thought this would be the main direction, but it wasn't. Is this the other door? This is the other door. We can get stuff now. And again, it did not buffer my run input. Like, I'm holding run and the direction at nearly the same time. He starts moving in the direction, but he's not running. When I buffer out of a cinematic like that. Seashell ring. Wrong button! You know what I should check, though? Can I rebind that? Nope, you're not allowed to bind the menu interactions, which are the one thing that I would like to rebind right now. Also, I did want to see... Okay, yeah, keyboard is WASD, and they just don't fucking let you rebind that. So if you don't have a US QWERTY layout, fuck you, I guess. Or if you like to use ESDF instead, like some FPS players like to do. So that's unfortunate. I hope that they expand the controller bindings and keyboard bindings. Also, does the mouse do anything? Mouse does not do anything, but you can optionally bind the mouse. But if you're using keyboard, by default, it's set up for only keyboard. Okay, hang on. Was there another direction I didn't go here? Yeah, like right there. Oh, come on. I'm surprised they didn't hit me. Oh, shit. I got greedy. See, there I did manage to squeeze in 2 hits in between. But I blatantly failed to do that the time before. Oh, there's your lost goods. Okay. Your lost goods in the lost woods. I mean, these are the woods that we're in. Did I hit this already? I believe I hit this already. It would be nice if they came up with some way of making sure you could tell whether you've already triggered a switch or not. Like, maybe darken the handle, like, discolor the end of the handle to make it clear that you can't interact with it anymore.
Here you go. I'm guessing these are yours? Yes, indeed. May the stars grant you blessings, friend. But here is my own gift to grant. May it serve you well.
Well, we gotta level up. It says go to relationship and also go to quest menu. Which one does it go to? Quest menu wins. It's like, I hate to tell you, but there's kind of a problem if you give me 2 notifications with the same button to action on it at once. So it definitely gave me RP. It probably gave me, it gave me experience also, I think. I think it said 150 or something. And we got level ups, which means I can maybe spend on something, but actually, I might save up for skills in case we get the chance. Maybe I should have hoarded to begin with for that reason, because I don't know how long the demo goes. Okay, so I think I did all the stuff on the top right. Did I grab the treasure in the double locked door? I think so. Yeah, that's in here, right? Yeah. And I did the thing over to the far left. I think the only thing... there's one other thing that I'm not sure if I accounted for. And it's actually, like, down here? There's some kind of loop over here. I never figured out that door. I doubt I have... Interesting, because it highlights. But it's pretty clear I don't have a key. I opened those. This is the first campsite. So yeah, I did go down there. That locked door is the only thing that I haven't accounted for at this point. Otherwise, I've done everything. I did this too, right? Is this just a switch? That was just a switch. Okay. Here is where things fade out. Yeah, okay. There's our tunnel.
Aha! The fortified gateway I previously mentioned. My friend should be happy to let us through to Alkalarium. Observe. Hello, Ron. It's me, Da Vinci.
Just like I'd heard, nobody gets through that passage. I doubt this friend of yours is gonna bend that rule for us.
Preposterous. He's a fellow inventor. Of course he would.
Wisp, that door shouldn't be a problem for you. Think you can phase through and tell us what's on the other side?
Alright, I'll try.
Oh, look at that. We can just do that.
No. Going through things feels so awful. And I'm so alone there. I can't be alone, not again.
Well, that didn't work.
It's alright, Wisp. I'm not really sure what that would have gotten us anyhow, but I think we've exhausted our options here.
Nonsense. Perhaps I simply need to apply more force to my knocks. Hello, Ron, are you there?
Bonk.
See? I told you that would work. We should be headed to Alkalarium in no time at all.
I don't know there, Bon. That sound was coming from behind us, not in front of us, and it didn't sound friendly to me.
Whatever it is, it's almost here.
Boss time. Oh, boy. Straight out of Super Mario RPG.
What is that thing? Sparks, that seems like my friend's creations. Thrillings, but a giant one is new to me. And so impressive. Hello, fantastic automaton, it's me, Da Vinci. I'm a friend of your creator. Is it friendly?
I hardly doubt it. And I don't think it intends to let us leave, either.
Oh, well, I imagine you're a busy fellow. I hate to take up any more of your time. So we'll be leaving now. If you could let us go?
It's making... It is allegedly making a face at us, except, you know, it just has like a really weird, wicked smile painted on, so I'm not actually sure how it's accomplishing making a face at us.
I don't know what's happening. They were never aggressive like this before.
So glad we came here. Clearly your friend thinks so highly of you that he sent out his best creations to smash us.
I guess if we try to work together, we might be able to get out of this situation.
Well, here we go. Yo, new music. Hitting enemies with base attacks or skills will charge the Ghost Bar, while in Blaze, the charge amount is increased. When the Ghost Bar is full, you can unleash the Ghost Power with Y, a powerful attack that hits all enemies and causes extremely high damage. Ghost Bar does not reset at the end of the combat, so use the Ghost Power wisely when you need it. Okay. So it's like the EX gauge in the East games. Ah, I was committed to an attack and couldn't. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Wasn't in time. Jeez, that hit me twice. Oh. Oh, shit. Damn, that hurts. There's your ghost attack. And he's dead. Okay. That did a lot of damage. I could do without the flashbang, but at least it was brief and not, like, too pronounced. But clearly you're intended to just use the ghost attack on him. I was a little worried there because I wasn't watching my health closely, but it did seem like Mr. Fox had taken a lot of damage. And I get the impression that, yeah, this kind of has the secret of mana problem, where your allies will just take a bunch of freaking damage if you're not controlling them, which seems bad. And, like, it occurs to me that the strategy might be, like, when you get that wide area attack, get one of the characters out of range, and then switch to the other one and try to time the dodge so that it is also invincible, but eventually you're going to have 3 characters in this game. I don't think you're going to manage to get 2 of them out of harm's way and then dodge with the 3rd. So one of them is probably eating shit during a wide-range attack like that. That doesn't seem good. Seems like you need to have an East-like feature where you can tell your allies to defend, and then they don't take damage.
Lost my ears. I had no idea ghosts had that kind of power. Or whatever it is you are.
I have no clue how I did that. I felt your presence as if we were one being, and a really strong energy that I needed to use it. Well, I applaud your good judgment in doing so. And clearly, Mr. Fox, our skills work exceptionally well when they are combined.
I'd say what's most clear here is that regardless of whether your friend wants us there or not, we can't go through Porta.
Sparks, it appears we need to take the secondary route after all.
From Galleon Castle? Bob, I see, was crazy enough to go there because she knows the exiles won't hurt her. But we're not that lucky.
But we've made it this far. And you've seen what we can do when we work together and focus on an objective. We're unstoppable.
Fine. I still owe you. And it's not like I've got a better plan, or anything to go back to, and that fog suggests trouble ahead.
Not exactly the enthusiasm I was hoping for, but I shall take it. Come, friends, let's redirect our steps to Galleon Castle and Aquilari and beyond.
Updated, the journey begins. They didn't give me the, I'm surprised they didn't give me the shortcut to the quest menu for that. So yeah, Galleon Castle is next. With the tunnel closed, the only other way is through the rest of the forest, starting with the Stronghold of the Exiles, Galleon Castle. That's the Stronghold of the Exiles? Gee, shouldn't we be holding off on that until, like, the end of the game? The way will be difficult, but the trio is left with no other choice. Okay, there's still the matter of that one thing that I couldn't traverse, but we need a key that we don't have, right? Oh, did I get one of these from the boss fight? Alright, use that. And then, yeah, so where is my focus right now? I'm very confused, because I was in here, I backed out, and that wasn't... What was focused? Hang on. Okay, so go into inventory, back out. Nothing is focused. If I press down, then the top thing on the screen is focused. How did I get to the top thing on the screen by pressing down? Like, focus doesn't wrap in this menu. So, there's some problems with it. Like, this is basically another focus restoration issue, where it doesn't restore focus to where it was from where you entered the screen before it. So, like, I went to inventory. I pressed back. I should be focused on inventory again, because that's how menus fucking work. Come on. We gotta get our act together here in these menus. Like, the menus look super polished, but the fact that I can't focus any of them properly without extra effort is not looking good. Now, the mouse works, and so does the back button. So, like, in terms of being able to traverse the menus with keyboard or gamepad, it seems to work fairly well, but, like, this menu was definitely not thought out at all, and the lack of focus restoration, plus the way that this menu works, where, like, there's no modality to, like, going down the side, which is what you would do by default in most, like, Squaresoft RPGs, or Ys for that matter, versus going to the party menu here, and also Ghost up there, which, like, I don't even know why you can focus Ghost. Like, focusing one of them reorders them. I don't know what focusing Ghost does. It might have to do with the locked things to the side of him. But yeah, so the lack of attention to detail in terms of focus restoration, and this menu in particular, does still make me think that this game was developed mouse first for menus, which is weird because it doesn't seem like anything else, it doesn't seem like any of the movement or combat mechanics were focused on in terms of mouse usage. So why would you fixate on mouse usage for the menus specifically? Because then you also have, like I said, the default key bindings are keyboard only. So that means you would have to move your right hand, or left hand, whichever handedness you are on your mouse. You'd have to be moving your hand to the mouse every time you wanted to use a menu. Is that really how you expect people to play this game? No. They're going to play it with a controller, or potentially keyboard only, especially if they can't rebind movement. Or, yeah, if they're in Europe, or using any other layout other than QWERTY and can't rebind movement, then they're not going to use keyboard at all. So, there are some issues with the controls and control interactions in this game. I feel like that is the main thing I've been harping on about. Also, the lack of accessibility options, even though there is an accessibility menu. Oh, is this the end of our demo, or is this just an interlude?
You are the only one. What a view. This vista is so tremendous it almost makes the danger to get here all worth it.
Yeah, scenes like this give you a sense of how big the world really is. That we only see such a fraction of it every day.
It's new to me, but somehow familiar. Like I can feel all the memories that have been made here, grouped together. Yet this experience stands alone.
I'm trying to comprehend the thing over on the right in the back that looks like a waterfall, but there's nothing around the waterfall, so, like, what?
Yes, why that's it. A group. Our little group has done so much. Why, we deserve a name. Something bigger than each of us individually. A guild.
What? As a group of people practicing the same trade, we're all completely different. Almost in every single way.
We're all bound together by a goal, to find out what's causing that awful mist. Loneliness. And stop it, no matter what stands in our path. We are singular in our pursuit, defying the odds. And with all that in mind, I believe there is no choice but to call us the Lonesome Guild.
Oh, title drop. I was expecting Mr. Fox to be like,
I don't want any part of this silly name,
and then be cut off, and then the title drop. Oh, here we go.
I'd say it doesn't even make sense, but being that this is from someone who named a ghost, I shouldn't be surprised.
Sparks, I'm terribly sorry I hadn't even thought to reevaluate your name now that we're out of danger. Have you any idea of what you prefer? I guess I kind of like how it is. I mean, Mr. Fox is obviously not his name, but it works. Why not Ghost for me? Splendid. It feels fantastic to have that sorted. Ghost and the Lonesome Guild.
I never agreed to... You know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna waste my time arguing with dolts. Let's just get moving.
Yeah, it has been acknowledged by at least a second character that Mr. Fox is holding out on us.
Indeed. Lovely as this scene is, we've got quite the journey ahead of us. Lonesome Guild, let's go.
Oh, we are still going. Okay. Oh, we got autumn leaves now. Somehow we changed season just by crossing a bridge.
I'm the only one. Would you look at this place? Despite the wear and tear, this castle is in remarkable shape. Who's this only one you keep talking about? Well, the only one is the supreme being of Atir. He watches over all its people, and Noelisark is their herald. Every 100 years or so, a chosen one is selected from each of the kin of Atir, and elevated to godhood, to watch over and guide their people.
To godhood? No risks with that. No siree.
They call that the Ascension. Well, that's enough theology for now. We should get moving, and let's hope the inside of the castle is as free of scorch marks as the outside.
Scorch marks? Is that why it's abandoned? What happened here?
A lot of grim events took place in Galleon Castle, Wisp. You'll probably learn more than you want to as we pass through it.
What is that? That is a spike bloom. Permanently raises maximum health. Okay. How much does it raise it by? Oh, it tells you. Okay. Given that Da Vinci already is ahead in that regard, and also has, like, a stat boost from his tree, We'll give that to Mr. Fox. It's interesting that we're getting, like, stat increase items for everything. Is that... I can't tell if that's also supposed to be a keyhole or not. Or if it's just a valve or something. Okay, nothing up here, I guess. They do like to hide paths a little bit sometimes, but... I have said before that I'm a sucker for the autumn aesthetic. I'm a little surprised that it happened just by crossing a bridge, though. Oh, like here? Can I go in here? Oh? Oh. Looked like they were saying, hey, we're hiding something in here. Oh, here's a save. No, not a... Wait, not a save point? Just a map. Okay. No surprises on that map. Is there going to be a save point when I get in here, or should I have saved before? Is what I'm wondering now. Alright, well, we got a loading screen with, like, the region name and then the place name. Are we still loading? There we go.
Who is this guy? I hope he's not dangerous.
Eyes open. Looks really strong.
I should go back and save then. I was hoping there was gonna... Time to load again. I was hoping there was gonna be like a save right inside. Or right outside. And either I overlooked the save, or I have to go back across the bridge. Oh, let me look at this again. That just shows the map there. That doesn't show a save point. I guess we're going back. That seems like a big oversight, because, like, there was a major cutscene and a title drop after the last save point. So this music definitely reminds me a little bit of Wizordum, which is definitely not a bad thing to remind me of. That has a pretty good soundtrack. Alright, save. Talk? No. Only leave. No talk, only leave. Please leave. Oh, can we read this? No trespassing unless you want to go in and never come out. No, that's a threat, not an invitation. I wonder if they had to build that sign specifically for Da Vinci. I wonder if Da Vinci just never took the hint. Oh yeah, do we have different footsteps? We definitely have different footsteps for leaves. I want to say their footsteps are a little different. Alright, now let's go play in traffic. Don't tell me this is going to turn out to be an NPC. I gotta double check whether I have this installed to my SSD, because I thought I did, but I was surprised at how... The save point's right behind this guy, idiot.
Oh, goodness, pardon us. We didn't mean to intrude.
A scale-moired warrior? That's unusual. You working for the folks squatting here, stranger?
No, I am Sapalin, and these foes have attacked me a few times already. But they cannot stop my quest to reach Alkalarium.
Oh, is this a new party member? Shit. And I walked all the way back to save like a complete moron. Because I was paranoid. I was like, surely they wouldn't be that unreasonable. And actually, they aren't. But, I mean, come on. Our own characters made me think that there was going to be a fight here.
Quest? You're on a quest too? Yes. I seek my sister. She vanished from our village some time ago, and her trail has led me towards Algalarium. Fox, we're on our way there as well. We're hoping to speak to Noella's Ark about this mist business. Let's see if he can help our friend Ghost here. The Herald is an Algalarium? I was one of the previous chosen and would ask him of the failed ascension. And perhaps he can help me find my sister.
Wait, failed ascension? Hang on, what?
Sadly, this door, the path out of this castle to Arcularium, is closed tight. Even with all my strength, I cannot budge it. There must be a way to open it around here. Let's go to find the key we need to open the door. Then we can all get to Arcularium. I must remain here, as I cannot risk missing my sister if she comes this way. But if I may aid with answers, ask me whatever you wish.
Okay, not an actual party member. Alright, save. Let me guess, now we have talk? Yup. Relaxation.
Oh, it's nice to relax. And this fire is so pleasant.
You're a ghost, dude. What? Thank you. I knew I could count on Mr. Fox.
Well, you can't even feel warmth. Why would you care about fires, Wiz?
I think it's pretty, or it gives my friends warmth.
I don't feel the warmth, sure, but you and Da Vinci do. I like that my pet companions are comfortable. What a thoughtful thing to say. I've always believed it quite noble to think of others.
I don't know, naive. And it's a bit odd for someone with no connections.
Whilst our conversation turned dark, why don't we focus on our fortunate position? Halfway through the Crinklewood, warm and safe.
Take issue with the word safe, being that this is an enemy's stronghold, but fine. It's nice to be warm, whatever the reason.
Argument resolved. That was easy. So what do you think is waiting for us deeper in these ruins? Excellent question. This is a relic of the great age of castles, after all. Incredible frescoes, intricate stonework.
Not to mention a lot of security, probably based on knowledge of the noble houses. A lot of big egos in that era.
Fortunately, I'm somewhat of a scholar of our time period and the Curliquill nobility. Should the puzzles try to halt our progress, well, any trivia of the great Curliquill houses will quickly fall to my intellect.
So we're relying on the Bumblebun being a big nerd to get us through this place? I'm oddly comforted by that.
Why, thank you. I choose to take that as a compliment.
Hey, way to go, nerd.
Alright, where'd the big guy go? Oh, he's over here. There's a door over there. We're not allowed through there. Okay, there's only one way to go here. Yeah, that highlights, but we can't go through it.
It's just a pollen? Please, it is simply Sapalon. What do you wish of me?
What is your quest?
Why are you looking for your sister? Do you think she's in danger? No, I do not. She's a skillful combatant, and fate has chosen her for a great purpose. I have been chosen to protect and support her. I had just returned to our village shortly before she vanished. I do not know why she would have left. I can only imagine it was for some dire reason. If my sister is not with the Herald seeking their wisdom, then I will simply ask their advice for where to look for her next. You wish to know about something else?
Oh, it actually removed that from the list, so we're not allowed to reread it.
This Herald, Noella's Ark, what do you know about him? I'm gonna go see him as well and hope he can help me. An incredible being. He was chosen by the Only One themselves to guide the people, and there is no being on Eter older or wiser than he. It is his duty to travel across the world, offering guidance and grace to the believers, and seeking the chosen ones for the next ascension. What's my hurry? I hope to catch him before he leaves Arcularium. Hopefully the Only One will favor us both and bid their herald await our arrivals. Wish to know about something else? I keep hearing the word ascension, but what does it mean? Please forgive my shock. I had heard ghosts lacked memories, but did not know this extended to the nature of the world. I will try to explain.
I mean, he's not only a ghost, he was a comet. He probably came from somewhere else.
Every century, the Only One chooses one of each kin. Reliquills, Stamloyeds, Aster, Felicanths, Foxtray, and Bumblebuns. Noella's Ark takes them to the Only One, be elevated into deities, new guides of their people. At least that is how things are supposed to go.
You wish to know about something else? Yeah, I was gonna say, what about the failed ascension? But then, hang on a sec. That says Noella. That means Noella Sark is, like, not one of the 6? But isn't the Herald also appointed? I thought that's what we heard before.
What went wrong with the last ascension? I do not know. I remember traveling to Espirituori, the holy city, and seeing the chosen of the other peoples. I recall a warm, bright light being accepted into its glow. Then a sudden darkness and a feeling like my mind being torn apart. I awoke outside my village and was accepted back. But shortly afterwards, my sister went missing. That has occupied my mind ever since. Do you wish to know about something else? I think I better go now. Thanks for talking with me, Sapalon.
So what if I interact with him again? Does it let me repeat them then? Nope. If you don't remember the plot, screw you, I guess. Why would you not allow people to ask the questions again? Like, what most games would do is, like, maybe gray out the ones you've already asked. Like, somehow indicate that the ones you've already asked were already asked. But you wouldn't outright block people from asking again. Why do that? So I hope that's another, like, yet-to-be-smoothed-out implementation detail. I'm gonna see if we get music in here. Oh, we're gonna get lore, actually.
Ah, one of the rumored puzzles of the Castle Lyriculiquils. Fascinating. Do you think the folks here keep the mechanisms in proper working order?
Not sure, but I have a feeling you'll get to ask them if we hang around here too long.
Oh, really? Do you think they'd want to detail their maintenance techniques?
What I meant was if we stay here too long, enemies will show up and try to kill us.
But it's definitely time to put our heads together and make sense of this puzzle.
Alright. Oh, that doesn't keep the music going. That doesn't either. Why you... Dagnammit, game. Alright. We have music here now. That works. I need to take a break. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll see what else I can get to today. I am still concerned because I don't know if the demo keeps saves. So, like, I can exit the title, but, I don't know if we're screwed if I do that, or if there will be a continue option. I might check into that during the break, too. Anyway, be right back, and we'll see what we can get through with this when I get back. Okay. I am back. I believe... It sounds like the autosaves do, in fact, hold over. They're not gone as soon as you quit. So, hopefully, if I don't have time to finish this now, I can maybe finish it Friday. Let's keep going for the time being, see what we can get. Alright, puzzle time. In rooms like these where I wish I could rotate the camera, but camera is entirely fixed at all times in this game. So am I literally just pressing them in the right order? Oh no, I'm rotating them. But it seems like I'm literally just pushing the button until the right thing shows up. It's not like they're conjoined. I wonder if we'll have ones later where they're, like, codependent. Okay. Was there anything on the other side of the room? Nope. And also the room just kind of ends there because they don't want to draw a wall and, like, block our view. What was that noise? Oh, they have projectiles now. That's problematic. At least they have, like, clear audio tells. Is that whistle sound coming from him? Because I'm pretty sure that's not... I don't think that's from the, whatchamacallit, the thing that increases your strength. That's the first time I recall ever hearing the whistle. That also requires a key. Our main objective is to find a gate key in particular, then. That's a map. Okay, so there are interior It's really weird that they really, really like maps and have them just all over the darned place, rather than actually giving you a map. Okay, so there's doorways that I'm assuming are probably just like room transitions, and it's giving you an idea of where they lead to. Is this also locked? This looks like it's also locked. It's showing like there's a path here? Oh, wait. Commemoration room. Okay, but if that's there... Wait a sec. Okay. Your item. Can't get up there yet either. There's a... Okay, we're gonna get in there from the other side. What am I doing? I was just trying to open that. So that's the funny thing. I've been using the menu button to open this menu, but that's not what it opens. It opens this menu. I just instinctively pressed this button to open the map. There's no map button. I would much prefer that they just give me a fucking map button rather than have maps, like, in 1 out of every 2 rooms in the entire game. It kind of feels like that's a... kind of, like, band-aiding over the issue. Day of the Waves. See, I hit the wrong button again. Restores a small amount of hit points to all party members. So that's slight, that's small. And that says cures, that says restores. How am I supposed to judge slight versus small, dude? I wish they would use percentages or something. Alright, so am I just doing this and then they're done? Yep. That opened the door over there. I would forgive you if you missed what that opened, but your hint was it made the musical tone that says you did something, and then I had my eye on the door on the other side. Castle Sparring Grounds key X1. Haven't I already seen more than one locked door, though? Or was it just the one? That might be specific to this room, actually. I was gonna say, yeah, what if I were to go... What? There's a chest under these leaves. By the way, we're just suffocating right now. No big deal. Dark Quill Cuff. I assume that's equipment of some sort. It is. Slightly raises defense. You have to back out of that before you can switch characters, and then it puts you at the top of the frickin' menu again. So yeah, who has what? You have slightly higher defense, and how much does this raise it? The other thing is, right now, you're more of a melee-only character, so I'll give it to you anyway. Were there any other locked doors? There were. What does this say? Notice, when you open the door, kindly leave the key. Our troops keep being left out here for days, and I'd very much like that to stop. Does that mean there should be another key, like, right around here? And also, there's no sign about where this room goes. I was like, can I do these in either order? Could I go back and save because I, got a key and I don't know where I want to use it yet? Also, there's no, like, multiple save slots going on here. Which I don't know that I agree with. Again, it never buffers my frickin'... Even between room transitions, it forgets that I'm holding run. Come on, game. Uh-oh. Land shark?
What's that? I suppose it's too much to hope that it's friendly.
I wouldn't count on being that lucky, Bun. Be ready for anything.
Be ready for screen shake, apparently, that we can't turn off, because there's no accessibility options in the accessibility options menu.
Yeah, that doesn't sound friendly to me. We should get ready for a fight.
Okay, but these aren't the land shark. Okay, here's the problem. It's harder to see the enemy's cues on this floor. Because their cues are red and the floor is orange. Guess what that means? I can't fucking see them. Yeah, like that. Didn't see it at all. Maybe that whistle... No, I'm only hearing that whistle now, and it's because of the frickin' archer, isn't it? I was gonna say, he should almost be dead. What were they shooting at? Oh, he's over there. That's what they were shooting at. Bonk. And it is nice to be able to tell them to just sit down when you use the special. Actually, for that matter, how many skill points do I have? Still one for each. Okay, here's a question, actually. Do I still technically have that key? I do. It's not consumed. Okay. That did not occur to me. So we have branching paths, which are presumably both opened by the same key. I'm guessing... Interesting that I was able to activate that from here, which is on the lower floor, but I won't complain. I'm curious if this key would work outside, across the bridge. I'm kind of guessing not. I'm not sure I want to go out of my way to check right now. But let's see what's through here. Does that not even work for this door? Alright, it might be very specific. That does say commemoration room, so... Maybe that has a commemoration key. But I didn't see a description of this room, so... I didn't know that was specifically the sparring grounds.
The folks here have kept this castle in a decent state.
Right, if I'm bleeding out, I'll admire the fine grout work.
That's a good one. Arcalarian salad. How much does that restore? Okay, so hang on, hold up. It remembered which submenu I was in, but it won't remember what I'm focused on. Also, you kind of have to wait a significant amount of time for the transition to happen, and also, for some reason, this transition looks really jank, like it is not running at a smooth frame rate. Oh, look, another slight amount. But that's a single character, too. So we got stairs up here. I should have paid attention to the map when I went back to the other room. Alright, let's move this first. Well, we're gonna need a third character, aren't we? Wait, no we're not? Hang on. What did that do? Okay, yeah, now he lives there. Alright, my confusion here is... Yo, Fox, get out of the way. Thank you. My My confusion is, what did this switch do to begin with? Well, no, that opened that one. What did the left switch do to begin with? Because, like, both of these switches were already exposed. Did that left switch do nothing, or did I need that? Citrine eyepiece. Wrong menu. Whoops. Oh, when did I get that? Seashell ring slightly raises health. Wait. Yeah, no, when did I get that? Let's give him that for now. And and then Citrine eyepiece slightly raises critical chance. This is already higher, so right now I'm kind of going for equilibrium here. Plus, I don't know, somehow an eyepiece seems more appropriate for the engineer inventor guy anyway. Might as well check if there's anything buried under here. Nope. That's where I came from. Gotta check under all the leaves, because you can. Although I think you might need a bigger opening to hide a chest in. That looks like a very big pile of leaves there. Wait, there was a door there? Okay, that's something that I guess you would need to pay attention to the map for. Which, of course, you have to go, like, 3 rooms back for. Oh, that chest's already been opened. What a poop. I can just imagine the characters, conversing now.
How exciting, a hidden room!
Oh, we want a chest that's already been looted. How swell.
Oh, that's a big-ass chest, though. Holy crap. Igniter ring. I was checking whether they were still going through some kind of animation or something. Igniter ring, huh? When the owner becomes emblazed, deals damage to nearby foes. Oh, interesting. Sure, the fire spirit cult. What could possibly go wrong? Alright, so yeah, that's definitely an extra. Now I'm actually curious whether that does show on the map or not. I want to check something. Alright, that looked like brighter than everything else. I wanted to see if it was interactable. Oh my god, Fox, get out of the way. What is that? Witch's Candelabra. Wrong button. Every single time, dude. Permanently raises magic defense. They're both even right now. Guess I'll give it to Fox because Fox is more magic-oriented out of the gate, but... What is this? Here we commemorate the loyal service of Sir Grustig, who stood protecting the royal treasures until the day he passed into the Only One's embrace. We're looting them all right now. Okay, where the heck am I? Oh, we got another puzzle. Who are you?
Miss Sue, it's so good to see you.
Is that how you pronounce it? Is it see you?
You too. I suspected I would, but I gather this is an unexpected path. And you would have rather gone elsewhere than risk the exile's wrath.
Fair enough. The Bonehead tried to get us through that protected passage, but his friend there didn't seem to want to let us in.
We're hoping to make it through to Arcalarium still, but the gate leading out is locked. You seek the key, a daunting mystery. I wish I could simply pluck it from a dusty shelf. But I feel if you continue, an answer will present itself. I'm sorry, excuse me, but what is that light behind you, Miss Sue? No matter where I look, I feel like it's trying to get my attention. A light? Unless I'm mistaken, that's just an unlit brazier. The light shows a spirit's eye. How fascinating. Why? Don't sit there debating it. I'd say, find out why it burns so bright that it can't be denied. A capital idea. Let's investigate, Ghost. I will be at your disposal for any physical labors you require. Thank you, Da Vinci. But this puzzles me. Do you know anything about that strange light, Monsieur? I suspect it may be connected to the spirits themselves.
Oh, okay. Now even he's confused. Jesus.
Oh, okay. Does that mean I'm connected to them too? Ah, we all are, my dear, as we are all their creations. This is a skill newly found, yes, yes? You may discover yet more uses as you travel around,
Ghost light. Ghosts can interact with those special altars in order to use the ghost light. While the light is active, ghosts can reveal elements from the distant past that are now lost. Warning, move too far away from the altar and ghosts will lose the ghost light. The light will begin to pulsate when this is about to happen. Okay. What am I seeing here? Oh, that was just her.
Your return, yes, yes. So nice to have you come by. Don't be shy. What would you like to learn?
Oh, we can ask her about... I just freaking, like, didn't even realize that was her. I was just looking around for stuff that looked different. But yeah, we might as well learn stuff from her.
What can you tell me about the exiles? Believers in the past, the kingdom that did not last. I wish they fight and train with all their might, yes. Their leader, Torvido.
Torvido. Okay. I immediately assumed it was Tordivo because de is a very common syllable.
Their leader, Torvido, has great will, but also no calm and seeks no respite. And despite disaster, directs them still. Is it his hand that sealed the way that causes travelers such pain? Perhaps it will be revealed, and he might explain someday. Or to ask of me, you see I know my lore. Yes, yes.
Curliquills.
So how are the Curliquills related to these exile people? In reverse, it might be said. When the Castle Age was dead, those who fled braved the worst, claimed the spiky name. Part of this deal was a ceasefire, that peace should be kept at all costs. But some there were who could not accept this loss was real. Those souls to the forest fled, named themselves exiles, and smile at a history long past, thinking they can bring it back to glorious life one day. More to ask of me? The light is connected to the spirits, and I'm the only one who can see it. Does it mean I'm connected to them too?
I thought we asked that already. Yeah, and she says the same thing.
Oh, we all are, my dear, as we are all their creations, but I do hear the vexation in what you ask. Maybe your role is unique. I don't see why it wouldn't be. I'd say, seek for more of such discoveries, how they speak to your soul. That's all I can think of to ask for now. Thank you.
And again, I assume we won't be able to ask ever again. Yep. There's a thing we can push over there, but let's actually investigate this. I don't see any, like, highlights anywhere. So we really don't get any indication until we move too far. Oh, hello. This probably shows up regardless, but hey, there's stuff in the top corners. This fresco depicts the legendary appearance of the only one on a tear in its selection of Noella's arc to be its herald. Okay, so the arc is selected. Yeah, see, those just went away. And the sound cues that those were just shown. Is there another one on this side? Fox? Fox? You good? Can't let you do that, Fox. Alright, let's try to put Fox out of his misery. Alright, good. Fox was just trying. I could have just let him stay put. That probably would have solved it. Alright, so where are the other two symbols? Gotta be here somewhere. If I do this, does it get us out of that state? No. Fox, get out of the way! Fox, move! It's really frustrating how commonly it is, how common it is for characters to get in your way. Okay, we can't get up there. Meanwhile, he's still got this mode going around. The ghost gets out of the way. Ghost knows what's up. Okay, seriously, why is my frame rate going down the toilet in this room? That moved stuff over there. Wait. This was the one that showed those two symbols, right? And I would assume that corresponds to these. Yes, someone else. Like, reminder, I can't touch things. What were the two symbols? I keep pressing the wrong buttons, dude. Droplet and whirlwind or something. Nope, that's the wrong one. That one. Fox, I swear to God. Yeah, those. Okay, so those are right. We just don't know the left ones yet. And I was kind of hoping the left ones would be explained somewhere to the left. Oh, we can't go up there yet. Oh, but we can probably go up there from the other side. Which we just opened. Oh man, it's making the sound even now, even though it's actually revealing it below. Oh, here's the other one. Alright, stop and fire. I guess the octagon is like stone or something. It's cool that he can read, even if he can't touch things. A painting representing the unification of the peoples of Aether under the faith of the Only One, as Noella spread their gospel across the known world. I'm gonna bet this Noelis guy isn't as good as he seems. Because anyone spreading gospel is probably full of shit. And ulterior motives. Alright, it was stop and then fire, right? There we go. Okay, so like there's definite puzzle mechanics to this. Is there a way to actually turn this off, or does it only go off when you... Oh yeah, okay, you can go back there and... What was the prompt that used for that? It just says interact, okay. I feel like I should go save if there's not a save point, like right here.
What a spectacular view, like a never-ending sunset.
I'm still wondering why there is, you know, a sunset and autumn leaves here when there weren't autumn leaves in the previous area across the bridge. I don't trust this. I feel like I should go back and save, because otherwise if I screw up royally, we're gonna have to do this all over again, but... it also is gonna take a while to go back and save. So I don't know how I feel about that either. And it's still super weird to me that, like, as far as I can tell, there's just zero farming in this game. Like, every fight happens exactly once. Which immediately begs the question, like, okay, what if you find the need to farm? How do you farm? Kinda seems like you can't. Wasn't there something I wanted to check up here? I was kinda curious. I don't think it actually shows the secret room at all. The room that was masked. Unless that was technically the one all the way on the left. It might... Actually, I think that was the one all the way on the left there, so it actually does show it. You just have to remember, because it's been 3 rooms since you found a map. Still no talking. I don't know if new talking subjects only ever happens at a new rest spot for the first time. I'm going the wrong way. No, I'm not going up here. I'm going down there. Actually, let me check out the, yeah, they have... Do they have one of each species there? I thought there were 6. Alright, battle time? Battle time. Archers can help each other by using support skills. Oh, that's what those other slots are. You need to charge the ghost bar in order to gain support charges. In order to trigger a support, you must get closer to the ally you want to cooperate with by pressing A. That sounds weird. I think you mean get closest to the ally you want to cooperate with and then press A. I don't think you press A to get closer to the ally. I think you use the analog stick to do that. A support consumes 1 support charge. You can store up to 2 support charges. You cannot gain more until you unleash the ghost power. Oh, so they force you to they force you to not hoard the ghost power. And that's what those 2, like, corners, so to speak, on the circle are. Oh, what the heck? Okay, that just healed, which was kind of useless. And I'm pressing the wrong button. Also, my frame rate is still going down the toilet here. It's actually, like, slowing down the game. It does seem like they have a lot more health. What the fuck? Okay, that seemed like the support thing did the same thing both times. Was I on the same character when I requested both times? I didn't think I was. I didn't realize another dude was still attacking. Oh, you're... Okay, he's dead. Did that miss? Wow, that sucks. They probably really wanted me to use the boost attack here, the ghost attack, and I forgot to do that. So I should probably use that on the other one. Wait, level up on relationship, huh? Or no, it was an actual experience level up. I still kind of want to wait until I have 3, ideally. Okay, so you can get heals from support skills as well. Do those actually show up in here? Oh, it's right here. Royal Jelly Dip and Fumigation. So he increases critical chance and base attack speed. Okay, Da Vinci is the one who specifically heals. So I'm pretty sure I was controlling Mr. Fox and asking Da Vinci. In both cases.
I hope to have the chance to see more views like this.
Please tell me there's going to be a save room. Don't make me go back again. Okay, there is. Perfect. There was really only one particularly tough fight. And we have new talks. That's a mysterious feels.
Well, this has certainly been quite the unique adventure. Dangerous fights amongst ancient architecture. How thrilling.
I prefer my adventures to be more sedate, but it has been an interesting trek so far. How's it been for you, Wisp?
Me? Well, something about the paintings in this castle make me feel strange. Hard to describe. Most interesting. I suggest you delve into those ceilings. It might provide some clue as to your true identity.
Familiar or unsettling? I would assume familiar was kind of the point.
I think the paintings made me feel safe, like I do when I'm here with you both. Or when I think of past times we've rested like this. Ah, a sense of serenity and peace. Not unusual, especially if you were someone with strong faith in the Only One.
Or it's comfort like a bedtime story or a stuffed animal. You know, as an adult it's all fake, but cling to it as a last resort.
I think your takes on this have been rather dark, Mr. Fox. You seem determined to turn Ghost's tale into a tragic one.
Just calling it like I see it. And this is all speculation anyway.
I don't mean to cause a fuss. It's all just a jumble. If things become clearer, I'll let you both know, I promise.
Ancient enemies.
This place certainly has a lot of security. Seems like it was attacked for a lot, but by who? The Villicounts, another of the kin of Etir. Large bodies, wide ears, and a lantern-like protrusion from their foreheads. They dwell on the heart-struck plain, and were a long-time foe of the Curliquills, especially during the Age of Castles. And
They're also more than a little aggressive and very short-tempered. Let's hope we don't run into any. It's not likely to end well.
so why do the Villicounts hate the Curliquills so much? Sparks and stars, that's quite the inquiry there. It started in...
Short version, generations of bad blood. Curliquills built into Villicount territory. Villicount raided Curliquill settlements, and so on.
I suppose that does hit the high points, but at the cost of so much nuance.
They were fucking colonialists. Fuck them. I like how even the game just cuts him off. Like, there was no follow-up to that. It was just dash end of dialogue. Oh, actually, yeah, hang on. Let's just let the characters sit here for a second. Yeah, they've got, like, idle animations. I don't know if they're different if they're, like, selected. Okay, so he adjusts his backpack. And Fox dusts his hands off. Oh, we do have a map here. Hang on a sec. Where the hell did I come from? This is the second part of a map. We came from the top left. Okay, the part of the bottom left is probably where we actually began. But okay, so each map actually sometimes indicates a different subsection of the area you're in. This is the first time that I've actually, like, understood the purpose of the maps. I still feel like they should just give you a map as a sub-menu. Okay. Clearly there is more to this demo. I feel like I should stop there for now. Let me try, exiting the title. Are you sure you want to quit? Unsaved progress will be lost. The game was saved 1 minute ago. Okay. First off, that's a good feature. It actually tells you how long it's been. So you don't just get the unsaved progress will be lost prompt like a lot of games do unconditionally, and it's like, dude, I just saved. Stop making me, you know, stop gaslighting me. This actually tells you. But also, 1 minute. They need conditional pluralization. There are libraries that can help with that. So then, do we have a continue option? And it does say at the bottom, this is a demo. It does not reflect the quality of the final product. I'm confused. That just went to the screen and loaded, and then went back to... Huh? That seemed like a glitch. This is what the title screen actually does when it first loads. Okay, yes. Oh, and there's a load... So there's continue, but there's also load game. There's slots! It didn't give me an option to select a slot at the beginning. There's no way to delete. I was selecting that to see if there was any kind of file management. There's no way to delete. So, that leaves something to be desired, because, like, if I start a new game, does it let me select slot? I'm not going to do that right now, but if I remember, I'll think about doing that after we're done with the demo next time, hopefully. Oh, and even then, actually, this is a good edge case to test, because, like, technically, I just loaded, I didn't save, but it still remembers the last time I saved, which I presume is an in-game time, rather than, like... Because, like, if I were to load this up again 2 days from now, is it going to tell me it was last saved 2 days ago? Or is it going to say it was last saved less than 1 minute ago? Because that's in-game time, that is true. But yeah, we'll have to pick this up again. It's pretty promising. I'm not 100% sold on it, because I'm not exactly sure how I feel about, like, the fighting mechanics, because, like I said, even though they clearly made an effort at there being clear tells when an enemy is going to attack, I am definitely not always picking up on them. It is very easy to overlook, especially when you're switching characters. Also, notice that our other NPC friend is shown on the left side of the screen here, so spoiler alert, probably eventually a playable character, but not yet. Because, yeah, there are 6 of them plus Ghost. 1 of each species, presumably, and the one... you can see the one that has, like, the lantern off of its forehead. That's your Felicanth, presumably. It would be interesting to see what kind of dialogues they have when they show up, because it sure seems like, Mr. Fox, at least, doesn't have a very high opinion of them. I don't know if we'll get that far in the demo, though. I don't know, I would not be surprised if we stopped at meeting the first 3. But, it's a reasonably substantial demo. We've been playing for 2 hours, and there's still more left. I'm guessing that, like, once we get through this area, that'll probably be the end of it. So, I might not have that much more left. So, we'll see. So let's get back into it. We're in, like, the second... That was a weird white flash there. We're into the second half of this second area. Because the interesting thing is, so they have a map mechanic that I'm honestly not that thrilled about. Also, the load times are ridiculous. I mean, this is installed on an SSD, and somehow I haven't seen load times like that since I played Doom 3 on a computer in 2004 that could barely fucking run it. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know why the load times are that long. It seems weird. Let's get the timer going again. But yeah, so we are now in, like, the second half of this, because when we started at the bottom left, and when we first looked at a map in a different room than this one, we were seeing the left part of the map. Now we see the right part of the map, which, like, this is the first time that it has become clear why they have maps in separate rooms, because they're showing you parts of the map at the same time. I still think it's wildly inconvenient, because I keep wanting to look at the map again, and I keep having to come back to a room that has it, or, you know, go to 3 rooms later, and there's another one for some reason. They have a lot of maps to try to make up for the fact that you're going to need to look at one a lot, but they don't just let you take one with you. I kind of wish they would just let you take one with you, though. So it seems like we can loop back around to the beginning, which I guess we're eventually supposed to do. What is the big crown icon, though? That seems like it's probably important. I don't know if we're allowed to loop back to the beginning yet. So are there... Okay, yeah, that is the orientation we are in here. And there's immediately enemies. Do I remember the controls from 2 days ago? Oh, that only got that guy. Oh, I had the volume up a little more when I was playing this last. Let me fix that. Alright. So I think I was curious to go this way, because this is probably gonna... Oh, is this actually overlooking the first room or something? No, there's a big guy down here. Oh, what's this? Shield Blossom. I don't know if I've seen that before. I actually remembered to use the correct button to open this menu since they don't let you rebind it. Permanently raises defense. We probably want to give that to Mr. Fox. Okay, I'm not sure I can actually get down there from here, though. Wait, this looks beaten up, but I can't, like, jump down or something. Okay. I guess we'll hold that thought. Wait, no. Cannot, nope, can't jump down there either. Hang on, is there anything hiding in the leaves? No, I'm not allowed to go into the leaves. In which case, I'm leaving. Hang on, was there anything else in this room, like, right around here? I guess not. Okay. And up there is where I came from. It seems like we're only really going in one direction anyway. Okay, we got another puzzle room, it looks like. Hark, hail the chosen ones. By the only one for each kin selected, the first champion by the herald is collected. Hark, witness their procession. Espiritu Ori, ancient marvel, to the holy city the champions travels. The champions travels? Huh? I think there's something wrong with that sentence. Hark, hail the ascension, as gods anew there will be done, gathered around the eye of the only one. Hark, honor the herald, the only one's eternal servant, witness of the witness of the champion's ascendant, towered by their godly nature newly acquired. None of this is making any goddamn sense to me. But presumably this has something to do with the puzzle here. I don't get it. Alright, let's see what we're looking at here. Do these each correspond... Why am I stuck? There we go. There was a rock there. Oh, hang on. Is there... I don't see anywhere... Because we had that one room that let you do, like, the flame thing. And actually, I don't even remember how to do the flame thing now. But there's no flame in this room, so I don't think it matters. Like, at first I was looking to see if each of these had an icon corresponding to it, like, on the mural, but I don't see one other than, like, kind of in the first one, but I guess that's just kind of the structure over there on the right side of it. Gather around the eye of the only one. Let's see if something happens when I touch these. Oh, right. We can't be the ghost to touch them. Oh, it's actually changing them. Okay. It's the same as the other puzzles, but I have no freaking idea what we're doing here. It's like, I don't understand what the symbols are supposed to correspond to here. Let's double check that there isn't anything else to do, but, like, it's pretty clear that, like, the text there that makes no fucking sense to me is supposed to be for the puzzles. Let me look at the map again. Okay, yes, and now I'm realizing you have to go around through the room with the big icon in it, which assumedly is a boss battle. Because, yeah, if you look more closely at the detail in the room to the south of where we are now, there is a balcony, and yeah, that's where I was. There was an item in there, but we can't go in that way. We can't shortcut it. Which means the puzzle room is what we have to do right now. What does this say? I suppose the crown icon has to do with the throne room. first champion by the Herald is collected to the Holy City. Okay, so first one, the champion selected to the Holy City, the Eye, and Ascension. Okay, so the four paper fraction, the four pieces of this are champion, the Holy City, the Eye, and the Ascension. Now, which of these images means which thing? And even then, I still don't understand how that relates to any of these things. Like, I don't know what the icons are supposed to mean in this case. Let me see something. Oh, wait, no, actually, I do want options this time. If I go into controls... I don't think ghost power means anything outside of battle. No, it doesn't. Oh, right. That button expands and collapses the quest to the top right. I have absolutely no idea what they want me to do with this. And we can't, like, examine these either. I mean, this kind of looks like an Ascension to me. Like, is this actually in that order? Now Ghost is having a problem. The other day, Fox was having a problem. I have no idea what's going on here. So this seems like a really bad puzzle to me, because it's like, okay, there's the things on the walls, there's this text that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but presumably, like, each one has to do with one of the pictures. The first champion by the Herald is collected. See, the thing is, that one says the first champion. This says the champion's travel, or the champion's travels, which I'm pretty sure is a grammar error. I want to think the second one is talking about the first image on the left. Gathered around the eye. That's probably the one on the right, actually, the rightmost. Powered by their godly name. See, that doesn't seem like it describes any one of these. I don't understand. Nothing about this room makes any goddamn bit of sense to me. I'm also trying to figure out whether... Like, what am I looking at in the bottom left of this image? Is that the first champion? That might be what this one's depicting. But even then, even if I know, like, what order these things correspond to this writing, it still doesn't tell me what the fucking icons mean. So, like, what am I doing with this? I do not understand it. Also, how many icons on these are... Is there 4? Yeah, there's 4. But I have no idea what I'm doing with this. Absolutely no idea. Alright, I have no idea what I'm doing here. It's like, there was that one room with the flame. Actually, what I should have done when I was back there is see how far I could carry it, but I don't think I'd be able to carry it out of the room. Because they say that there's, like, a limit to its range. I don't know, should I go do it anyway? Because I'm desperate, because I don't know what the hell this room wants me to do. Also, hang on, I want to look at the images again. The one on the left has all of them, right? Yeah. I don't understand. Okay, so this... Oh, wait a second. I didn't realize that the second... So this is the 4th one. This is probably the first one. That's probably the second. The third is the eye, right? And the fourth is the ascension. I totally did not realize. Like, I was having trouble understanding what I was seeing in the background of this, because I thought I was just seeing white wisps of smoke or something, but no. The 6 ascended champions are in the background in, like, black. I didn't notice, like, the outline details. At least I assume that's the case. So, this still begs... Okay, and hang on. Each image does actually have a representation of something. Okay, so, the fourth one's going to be the orange one. Was the second one them going to the city? I think the second one was the going to the city. Yeah. So that's going to be... Actually, which one is that? That's the green one? That's the green one. Because that was the one thing I noticed over here, was like, that kind of looks like the green icon on the top right, but then I was thinking maybe I'm thinking too hard about that. But no, I think that's actually what they want you to do. So what does the third one have to be? Probably that? Yeah, that's like what the center of it kind of looks like, except the center here is light, and the center there is, like, hollow. And then that leaves the blue one. For the first one. The first one is this. Oh, it's in the top center, you piece of crap. Okay, this is a little too... Like, between how poetically the verbiage in the letter is, in the parchment is, and how hidden some of the details of the image are, I don't like how clever this puzzle is. Yup, yeah, I played Blood. That was the same year I played Blood. I did that in 2020 also, for October. And yeah, the first episode was by far the worst for exactly that reason. I had a really rough time starting out. And I remember Bridgeburner telling me that, like, yeah, anything beyond the 3rd difficulty, I think he was one of the ones who told me anything beyond the 3rd difficulty is unreasonable. I think I saw that written online, too.
Ah, the feast that must have been held here.
I doubt the enemies here care about its past decadence.
Well, speaking of the enemies here... There's too many things to keep an eye on at once in terms of things that are attacking you. Oh, he's doing the big one. Hang on. Or is he? No, what? I'm confused. This guy is super tanky. Oh, right, and they do 2 attacks. What? Oh, I dodged the other 2 and knocked into that one, apparently. You know what? I should have used the frickin' ghost skill on this, but now it's kind of late to do that. Actually, I didn't know I still had a support slot left. Don't you run away from me. You get the hammer. Okay, so yeah, I happened to resume the game right before that puzzle, and then that puzzle required, like, otherworldly reading comprehension and observation, and like, that was just a real rough place to pick up the game at. Oh, what's this? There's stuff up there. This Hulk was commissioned by King Autobahn Button to celebrate our victory over the Felicanth. May it see the greatness of the Curliquil Kingdom last forever. Well, about that, I have some bad news. I believe that's where I came in? Wait, there's so many different... I like how I turned around there. No, that's where I came in. Oh, here's the... okay. And presumably, yeah, he can just interact with this. Okay. Why are we interacting with this is a better question. They can hold those. Shouldn't he be able to phase through those without them being opened anyway? What? Are you shitting me? There's another okay. Oh no, I wanted you to stay. God damn it. How do I get him to stay here? Okay, I basically, like, pressed X as soon as I possibly could. Okay, so what we need to do is get this guy to go down here. And then the one at the top just goes between these three switches. And then that's the end of it, and they all open? Yep, okay. Oh, and we just ran out of the range of that, I guess. Heart Strike. What is Heart Strike? Permanently increases critical chance. Which one is critical chance? Is that the last one? That's gotta be the last one. Yeah, let's definitely give that to him.
It looks like some kind of necklace. It's really beautiful.
Rare pendant. It's a key item, though.
Not a bad piece, this. Looks Nanuidian.
How do I say that word?
And old. And those gems look real, too. You could get a good price for this from the right buyer.
I can't believe that I've been giving Mr. Fox a Resident Evil 4 merchant adjacent voice, and now he's like,
I'll buy it at a high price. Last I was in Ocularium, Taylor Mohair had a particular love for jewelry, especially from Nunavut. Let's take this to him when we get there.
Okay. Interesting that they give you all... Like, I wonder what would happen if you hadn't gotten that in advance and you actually had to come back and find it. First of all, good luck. But, like, I wonder if they would give you different text. So I kind of still want to go... Okay, no, this was a dead-end room. It just had stuff in it. Right, the bottom left was where I came in originally. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should go back and save. Jesus Christ. Fox is really good at just parking his butt right in the way.
Are you calling me fat, mate?
Save should be right up here. And we can look at the map again, too. Okay, so what were we doing? Right, okay, so the top left was a dead end, and then the other will... There's probably going to be a save really soon over there anyway. I continue to wonder how exactly the balance of this game is supposed to work. Because, like, you've got leveling and stuff, but you can't, like, grind enemy battles. So if you ever felt like you were under-leveled, what do you do? It seems weird to give you leveling and, like, a customizable skill tree and stuff. Actually, speaking of which... How many points do I have? 2? 2. Still not enough to get a new skill. If I hadn't jumped on one of the, like, passive nodes right away for each of them, I could have gotten a new skill right now. I hope I'll still have the chance to do that. Oh my god, Fox, get out of the way.
My word! These frescoes are remarkable. Not only in their artistry, but how they have withstood the ravages of time. What is all this? A big battle? Indeed. The rout of the Khan. The final fight in the war between the Felicanth hordes and Kurlikul forces, thus cementing King Galliant's reign. Until the aforementioned raid upon this castle, I mean. That was admittedly the real final battle for that era.
So, Curliquill's built a lot of fortifications, some in Felicanth lands. Khan didn't like that, and though he could overrun them with thought he could overrun them with sheer force. But even their numbers couldn't stand up to modern battle strategy. It was pretty much a slaughter.
But it looks so noble and pretty in all these paintings.
Pretty things can hide some pretty vile truths, Wisp. That's a sad reality of the world. Anyhow, let's keep moving.
Man, that's a mood. I can't believe they painted on the door. Alright, you got me. Okay, so that room was just lore. There's a switch right up there that jumps out at you right from the beginning. How do we get up there? There's stuff on the sides. Is there another entrance back into this from elsewhere? It looks like it at the top right. Let's see if we can do that. Yep. Oh, we need 3 people. We can't do this right now. Shit, we need another team member. So, that's another interesting bit, because it's like, okay, well, this is locked based on party size progression, but, like, once you have 3+ members, like, that's never gonna be meaningful anymore, so it's almost like the push things just shouldn't exist at that point. They're just kind of, in, you know, literally in the way and kind of annoying. But, like, my point being, like, this can only ever be progression really early in the game. So, I kind of wonder what the point is. Another cutscene? Stars in there. Is it Gyre or Gyre? I always forget.
The throne room. Here sat generations of kings and queens of the royal house of Bon Button. What's that? Is that something glittering by the throne?
There was no punctuation at the end of that.
Yeah, now a bunch of jerks probably use it as a lounge chair. Come on, let's hurry out of here.
The others don't seem to see whatever that is, but something about it. It's calling to me.
Alright, well. Remember, I can't believe this is Memories of Celceta. This land has long been in mourning. Where once stood grand castles and bustling villages is now only ruin and bracken, silence, and the slow fall of leaves. In my mind I hear the agony of the Crinklewood and the voices of my ancestors. They point at me as the inheritor of the Bon Button title, the line of kings. They demand I don that lost and broken crown. Here, within the walls of Galleon Castle, the ruin we have fought to reclaim, memories of that glory shine brightly. But as it does, so too do the shadows of our enemies lengthen. It is my duty to ensure they remain that way, shadows. The artwork on this is really cool. I like all these sequences that they do. Ancient forefather, Galleon the Brave, Knight, King, and Ascended One, I call on you to guide me, to pave my path as you once did for your people, under your illustrious banner. I don't know, now it looks like your shadow is pretty long. May I be worthy to raise these castles again, and fill these dying forests with the sound of life and laughter. Make me one who is fit to banish that deafening silence. Now is my hour to make a difference. Real shit.
Sparks! Ghost, are you quite alright? You look a bit out of sorts.
He's a ghost. What's he supposed to look like?
It's alright, I just saw... I don't know what I saw, really. It felt like a memory. Only I know it wasn't mine.
Alright, it's not Memories of Celceta.
Aha, I've heard theories that a particularly strong recollection can leave a kind of emotional echo. A psionic residue, if you will.
Just calling it a memory is less confusing, Con. Why don't we stick with that? If you can actually see those things, Wisp, memories, psionic what's-its, whatever, seems like they could be helpful. Unsettling, but helpful.
Thanks. I wish you could see them too so I'd feel less strange. But I'll try to keep an eye out for more.
and there's a chest in there. Where did we come in from? Fox, holy shit, seriously. I came in from here, right? No, I did not. I came in from there. Oh, right, and we want to go there, but we can't because we need more people to push the thing. Alright, so yeah, our only choice is to go to, presumably, the boss battle. And it doesn't look like there's a save point before it, so I'm gonna go back, because otherwise we probably have to, like, go through all that stuff again. Alright, and I have to repress the run button every time I enter a new screen, because the game forgets that I'm holding it. Wait, did I read this before? No, I didn't. The frescoes depict a grand battle, the rout of the Felicanth armies by... Oh, wait, no, yes I did. I think. The true beginning of the Age of Castles is considered to have begun after this. It might just be that the characters said something very similar to what that said. Do I remember how to get back? Be up to the left. So yeah, like, I don't like the amount of running back that... Nope, that's the wrong room. It's down to the left? Down to the left. I don't like the amount of running back that I have to do. It's like, normally if you're gonna have a boss fight, you're gonna put a save point right before the boss fight. Like, that seems like common sense for RPGs. If you're gonna be an RPG that requires going back to specific points to save. Like, I just feel like I'm... And actually, I think I saw, like, criticism like this in the Steam forums, too, that, like, yeah, people felt like they had to run back to save a lot. And that was worse in this section than the first section because there's more running back to do. I still don't feel like it's that much running back, but it still feels like something you shouldn't have to do if the level design is actually competent. I suppose the other thing is I haven't actually, like, game overed, I don't think. So, like, I don't know whether it throws you all the way back to your save point or whether it actually just lets you retry the room that you lost in. Wait, I can just go up here and there's a chest and I didn't do that before. Purple heart bracelet, that's the wrong button. Purple heart bracelet slightly raises strength and magic. Wow, your magic is way higher already. Kinda still think I should give this to... Whoops, that's the wrong thing. What? How did I end up in a completely different menu? Hang on, I pushed the wrong button. I'm gonna give this to you anyway. Because their main skill is magic-based right now. Yeah, I ran right past that chest before. It's like I saw it there when I was down there and closer to the throne, and then I came back this way and just ran right by it, I'm pretty sure. Alright, boss time. And this is the room we were overlooking before, I think? Resistances, uh-oh. Some enemies have resistances that deny almost all damage of that type, physical or magical. You must hit them with the opposite type of damage. While in Emblaze, your character ignores enemy oh, okay, cool. Alright, should we get rid of the little guys first? Actually, what we should do is immediately use this, since I've been saving it up. I'm assuming that the icon over that means that he's weak to magic, supposedly. Okay, so the other two guys are just immediately gone. Oh, we fought one of these before. Yeah, so now he's resisting physical. It's interesting how I kept getting the cue to switch to Fox to get in Blaze state, but I was never getting that for the other character. For, Da Vinci.
Next time you run into the person who made these things, Bon, tell them I hate them.
On that topic, how come these things aren't recognizing you, Da Vinci?
Oh, right. So, yeah, that's the same thing we fought before we came into this section. So we just fought the same boss enemy twice, basically, in this demo. This is at least the third time I can recall seeing a demo that basically made us fight the same boss or mid-boss enemy multiple times within the demo, and I'm always like, that doesn't seem like a good look. You're telling me that you're already running out of, you know, bestiary diversity within your demo. Because it happened with the Akka the Exiled demo, with the Archibors, and I forget if it was when I played the original Gal Guardians demo, which there was a second one of those in this most recent Next Fest, I think, and I just skipped it entirely because I was already not terribly impressed by the first one.
How come these things aren't recognizing you, Da Vinci? Wouldn't your friend show them what you look like? Honestly, I must confess I do not know. I've never come across a trummeling of this kind before. The ones I traded with were much smaller. And, truth be told, I've never actually met my friend Ron in person either.
Are you kidding? No, of course not. I don't even know why I'd be surprised about that.
Yeah, dude, I'm so much cooler online. Come on.
Ron and I are still quite close. We've corresponded via letters many times. The Trummelings even acted as couriers for us. Although I've no idea why they'd be here. Though it does make me more concerned that my friend Ron is in some sort of trouble. I guess that means we should hurry so we can find out, right?
Wisp's got the right idea. Let's keep moving.
Alright, surely there will be a save point in here, right? We haven't had anything like hidden in the leaves in a while. Oh no, we have another already been opened chest. Oh, read. Read. Treasure room? Sounds like a trap to me. More stuff going on down here. I really like the way they animated Fox running. Can I read that too? I can. Master Torvido. I always double take at that name because it feels like the V and the D should be, like, swapped or something. We found the thing your grandfather told you about. Spitz had put it in this treasure room near all the leaves and that Sir Grustig thing. Okay, so we really should be going to the treasure room then, but there's also a switch down here. And there's another land shark. Oh. Is this actually the same guy?
The perplexing trio! You have conquered the trials of this place, both puzzle and in combat. Intriguing. Why do I feel like I know him? Wait. The thing before was actually his memory! How is that possible?
Let me guess, you're the leader of the ones who've been harassing us.
Indeed, I am known as Torvido, heir of the House of Bon Button. My cohorts and I are the owners of this castle and all the lands surrounding it. That you have reached this place despite such resistance make you worthy foes for my troops, and perhaps even myself. I beg your pardon, Mr. Bon Button, sir. What exactly do you mean by...
You have to punch him in the face?
Uh-huh. Okay. And this is what, bait?
Not at all. It's a reward and an invitation. This key opens the castle gate beyond which lies the upper reaches of Crinklewood. Beyond that, Arcalarian. Will you answer my challenge, travelers, or turn tail and run? I await your decision, and I hope I will not be disappointed.
Okay.
That was intimidating. But I'm certainly not going to let a loudmouth like that stop us from getting to Arcalarium.
If the Bumblebuns being brave, I'm sure as heck not gonna drop out.
Well then, the path to Arcalarium is finally clear. Shall we open the gate and head onwards? Yes, we shall.
Not gonna be a picnic from here on, but I guess I signed myself up for this mess. Let's get going.
The journey begins. 3 hours in, the journey begins. And that leads us back to the middle. like where we started the whole thing. Let's try the treasure room. This is probably locked. It has a keyhole. Yeah, we're not allowed to go in there either. Wait, is there a chest here? No. Nope, that's it. It seems awfully weird for him to just give us the key, but like Fox said, it's probably bait. So there were at least 3 rooms that we couldn't get into in this place. Now are we gonna get joined up by this guy?
Your return? Have you found that which we all seek? Indeed. In fact, we were given the gate key by the leader of the squatters here. I'm puzzled. This enemy leader simply gave you the means to exit this place?
Yep. Said we qualified as a challenge for him and his people, and then he'll be waiting in the forest beyond, so that'll be fun.
I see. I almost forgot that I cannot join you to teach him a lesson. The quest demands an urgency that I cannot compromise. It's alright, Sapalon. I'm just glad we'll all be able to get on our way to Algalarium. Indeed. I'll prepare to depart when you open the gate.
So we can save here. Can we talk more? Nope. It really seems like you only get new talk subjects when you get to a new one. Can we say anything new to him, or is it the same old?
I'm prepared to leave, but for now, please ask me what you wish. I think I better go now. Thanks for talking with me, Sapalon.
Yeah, but there's nothing new to say there either. Alright, Aragorn, let's go. Yep, that's the end of the demo, just right there. So, there was... It's kind of weird, because, like, there were kind of 2 boss fights, but there also kind of wasn't any particularly notable boss fight, because both of the boss fights were the same boss fight. Well, I guess the second one was the first boss fight, plus 2 other guys who ate shit immediately when I used the ghost power. This is a good picture. Coming soon, fall 2025. It's a pretty cool demo. I'm still very not sold on, like, the combat mechanics, honestly, because, like I said, it's really hard to keep an eye on all of the enemies doing all the attacks at once, and, like, switching characters seems kind of dangerous because it doesn't switch them in place of where you are, it actually goes over to where they are, so if they're about to eat shit, they're gonna eat shit anyway. And they tend to eat more shit when you're not controlling them, because they don't dodge, I think, as much. Although I did, to be fair, I did see Da Vinci dodge at one point when I wasn't controlling him during that boss fight. But the thing I'm still the most puzzled about is that, like, none of the enemies come back. Which, in one way, is good, because, yeah, that would probably get really, really tedious, especially since, like, you have to go back to be able to save, but, like, that whole interaction of, one, the enemies never come back, so every fight happens exactly once, so if you want to grind, what do? I didn't get to ever try any additional abilities because I had already spent a point into other stuff, and you only get 3 points within the demo, seemingly. So that's unfortunate. Like, I basically had to have conserved all of my points to try a second ability, and then if I wanted to try the other one, I would have to try the demo all over again. But yeah, the interaction between the fact that enemies don't respawn, so there's no way to farm if you were to ever feel stuck, which, like, to be fair, I didn't feel stuck in the demo in any of the fighting aspects. But I don't know if it'll get that way at any point. You know, it's my usual question of how exactly does this game scale up? But the other problem is the level design, and that, like, okay, well, I just took a bunch of damage. I guess I'll go back to the last save point I know existed and save again. Which, like, feels kind of bad, because it's just a bunch of wasted time retreading a bunch of empty rooms. It kind of feels like you might as well just allow the player to save anywhere, and also, again, let them use the map anywhere, because having to go back just to look at the map also feels excessively laborious. So, there are definitely aspects to the gameplay that I'm not particularly a fan of. I think the artwork, and the music, and the storytelling are all really, really cool. But I feel like the gameplay suffers. It doesn't... The fighting definitely doesn't feel as good as I feel like it should feel, especially given what it's going for. Because, like, that whole thing where, like, the enemies do, like, you know, the red icon flash before they attack, like, that's totally a thing that you'll see, like, Souls-likes and stuff do. Like, Mr. Bond just started playing 9 Souls on Wednesday, and it does that kind of thing. There's a white flash for things that you're supposed to block, there's a red flash for things you're supposed to dodge. This game only has dodge, which I can appreciate. I'm not much of a parry person. So, like, I actually, that's one thing I actually do appreciate just from my playstyle, is, like, they want you to dodge things. And enemies are very predictable, you just have to learn their patterns and then respect their patterns. But again, you have to keep your eyes open at all times for the icon of when they're gonna attack. Either that or watch out for their animation. But I think part of it is that, like, their animations are so... It's one of those games where, like, the movement and animation is so fluid that it's, like... It almost doesn't stand out enough when they're gonna do the attack, which is, I can appreciate, is why they have the icon. But sometimes the icon doesn't even stand out enough. Like, for instance, there was that one room when I was playing initially on Wednesday, where the room was full of leaves. Guess what? The leaves are kind of reddish colored. Guess what color the icon you're looking out for is? Also red. Fuck you, I guess. Like, so, yeah. I'm not huge on the combat gameplay, and, like, that's kind of supposed to be a big part of it. I also wonder if I would have kind of the same problem I have with modern East games, which is just skill overload. It's like, yeah, look at all these skills you can unlock. Okay, yeah, I can equip 2 of them. Because you have a left trigger and a right trigger. And then there were the 2 other slots that I'm still not sure what those were for, actually, unless there's supposed to be a way to cycle them or something. Because that wasn't the support skill. The support skill was in a slot after those first 4, I think. So, there's definitely still more mechanics that they haven't introduced yet. But I'm already kind of unsure how exactly what's there will scale. And how they'll keep it interesting and stuff. Because, like, yeah, every so often they have a room with puzzles in it. I don't know how they're gonna, like, keep that interesting, because, like I said, the one I got to today when I picked the demo back up was a little too interesting. You have to parse really carefully, and you have to parse that text really carefully and kind of just ignore all the words, because, like, you saw me eventually go, like, okay, let me just tune the rest of this bullshit out, and just look at, like, the one noun that actually fucking matters, and try to correlate that to one of these images. And I had to look at the images multiple times just to, like, parse out which of the 4 things they were trying to convey, and then parse them again for which icon they had hidden in them. So yeah, that one felt maybe a little too clever to me, like I said before. So yeah, I'm not 100% sold on this. But it definitely seems pretty high quality. And there's a lot of aspects of it I do like, so... It's hard for me to, you know, completely thumbs down it, but from the gameplay perspective, I can't necessarily see myself jumping on this one right away. But yeah, it does seem like a pretty high quality effort, so I definitely gotta give them credit for that.